Is Geno still here because someone needs a ride or something?
You drove, right?
Yeah, you're joking.
Was there a joke? Is there a joke? What happened? Dan told me there was a joke that Geno made and Ryan improved it and you got mad that he made it better. What's the joke? What is the joke?
Please don't waste the time.
What's the joke? By saying that, you already want me to do 2 hours on it.
Okay, but can Geno's picks make a prediction? You're going to take Ryan's side no matter what?
This?
Yes.
You're Geno's picks, like Bill O'Reilly says he's talking points. You see the beginning of O'Reilly goes, talking points says. So I don't get it. Is he talking points? Is Bill O'Reilly talking points flipping? He's talking points. So when he goes talking points agrees with Newt Gingrich. He said he's talking points. Oh my God, that's almost as bad as the difference. I like to call myself talking points. And the difference? Let's hear this, Geno. Come on, what happened?
No, I'm over it. I let the listeners decide.
Well, say the joke. What is it?
No, you got to tell you where you can see the joke if you want to check out the video.
Why are you so mad?
Because it's all about the comedy and the timing and the sports. And if you watch,
what's the joke?
I'll tell you where you can get it. You can go to Geno's Picks, or you can check it out at
Ryan,
SBR4.
what's the joke? Tell me.
He'll get it wrong because he doesn't listen.
Dan told me that you made a joke and he improved it and you got mad that people laughed.
Dan, hold on. Did you say he improved it?
Yeah.
Okay, because let's check with comedians now. Allie Breen, can we welcome?
If you tell me the fucking joke, what is it?
Why don't you watch the fucking video and be fucking supportive, Dad?
It's on my fucking Twitter. It's ruining that.
Well, then there you go. You don't even know.
I'm not supportive of you?
You don't
dick face?
Yes, cocksucker. Not only do you not know.
I don't give a fuck about you or your picks.
Well, I'm a big fan of Artie Lang. That's why I'm not wasting your podcast with this video joke that you would have gotten.
What is it? Please, you're making no sense. You're retarded.
All right.
I don't know.
This is him not mad. He's happy with his own. What's the joke, Ryan? Tell me.
I knew the punchline.
Why does he only know the punchline?
Because no one watches your picks except you.
So if I just tell you the punchline to a joke, you'll laugh because you don't know the premise?
Allie, do you know the joke?
Are you going to tell me the joke or
No,
not?
I'm not going to tell you the joke.
Dan, tell me the joke.
I don't remember it.
He just knows it's not funny.
I can only do the gist of the joke. I don't know.
She doesn't watch it either?
No.
Who watches it?
I don't know.
Do we know anybody who watches Geno's picks so we can call them?
I just want to hear the joke.
What is it, Allie?
No, it was about, which team was it though, Geno? It was
Redskins, and it was the pick for the Packers-Redskins game.
It was about running backs for the Redskins, and the punch was, he said that black men running doesn't work in Washington. And I thought that was funny. I think that's like black men running from cops, black men running, it doesn't work.
Because
But Ryan thought that it would be better if it was black men running things don't work in Washington.
Geno told me the punch was referring to Obama. So I said it would
No,
be
I didn't. I said the punch was...
You said running things in Washington
That's
as
way
opposed to running.
It is.
You absolutely...
Because running implies
No,
you're
that's
running
way
for
better,
office.
but it's smarter. I know it is. I mean, unless you don't want that to be the reputation on it.
I'm not even wasting my energy.
One is racially based, one is societally based.
No, like Obama.
Guys, I'm over it. You don't listen.
Why
to
are
the
you
video.
so mad?
I'm not mad. I'm just.
That happens all the time. People punch up, help the people with jokes.
We have sat and talked about jokes. It's funny how when I say you're right, Ryan, he's right, but when I say you're missing the point, Ryan, I'm wrong.
Why? Well, I walked into this late. You're mad at me for bringing it up.
I'm mad at you for going unlimited information and just blindly.
Well, you're not giving me any, Geno.
Because you don't even care.
Because I do. Why would I fucking bring it up?
Because if you really cared about it, you'd be like, oh, I get it.
No, I don't. No, what he said sounds
My
better.
football videos have always been, I'm going to let you behind the curtain on Geno's picks. You're holding me back. Thank you. I love that. Sometimes I'll hashtag daddy. It's always been,
if someone lets you in front of a curtain, you'll be all right.
There you go. The videos.
That was kind of that.
Then you'll be in show business.
Daddy.
When you get let in front of a curtain, you'll be in show business.
Daddy.
We're in front of the curtain in the back.
I can't lie to you. That was
Go ahead. Come on, you're mad at me making a joke about that?
Do you realize I'm the only one not miserable on this podcast lately?
Geno, you're the only one mad right now.
Okay.
I asked you to tell me a joke that you put on your picks, and what are you embarrassed to say the joke?
No, but
because you know his is better.
Yep, Brian's is better. And I'll tell you what, because I'm tired of you being like...
because Barack Obama doesn't run, he runs things.
I'm exhausted with you being like, do your joke now, when the joke is in the video. The secret of comedy, I've said this before and I'll say it again, is timing. And the point thank you for getting that.
Thanks for telling me the secret of comedy, Geno.
Thanks for missing the joke that it took me 20 minutes to say timing. The point is, they're funny in the video. And I'm tired of you going, no, tell me the joke.
It has to be in the video to make it funny?
Yeah, because...
I could put myself there. I have a good imagination.
Then put yourself there, because you're dead weight here.
I have a good imagination.
Thanks for laughing.
Dead weight. I'm not anchoring 5 fucking open micers.
I have 2 spots at LOL tonight.
Go ahead. What, Geno? You're not going to tell me the joke?
I'm not.
Please tell me the whole joke.
No,
Because-
go see
why?
the joke because the joke doesn't work when I'm repeating it here. It's a video. Go watch the video.
Jokes have to work when you repeat them, Geno. Otherwise,
Well,
you're not going to get paid.
I'm not going over it. You're going to have to somehow survive the podcast without me doing this joke. Somehow we'll have to go on. And you know what we might have to do? New content.
You realize-
we might have to do a podcast where we talk about things.
You realize, that the reason I'm keeping this going is because of your attitude right now.
I love it.
But you're mad, so I don't want to stop.
Okay, yeah, I know. You and your original
So let's-
Artie Lang, Howard Stern staff fights, cutting edge shit.
This is what Geno doesn't think about.
What?
He's not mad at me at all. There's no anger at all.
No, I just.
How often do you put yourself to sleep with that lullaby?
I actually listened to the.
Howard Stern's
I actually listened to
Mr.
the
Original, how come I don't have a kitchen
I
with a
actually
microphone?
listen to the power of the subconscious mind when I go to bed. Daddy's a little hurt.
Daddy. So let's try to figure out the joke based on the punchline then, because Geno won't tell us. Black men don't work running in Washington. Is that Geno's punchline?
Black men running in Washington doesn't work.
So the Redskins have a bad running game. Is that it? Oh, okay.
Okay.
So do they have a bad? But they won, right?
No.
They lost.
No, you must have
Okay.
missed it this week, and they lost 35-18.
Yeah. Okay. 35-18.
You know, I know because it's the only pick I got
So
right.
they had a bad running game.
Yes.
So your joke was nothing works running in Washington.
No. My point was that everyone was focused on the Packers running game because Eddie Lacy has been so bad.
What was the punchline, Brian, that you changed to make better?
Once again, it's Geno's joke is that the running game for the Redskins is poor, and
Right.
he was relating that to a black guy in
Listening
Washington.
to him butcher
doesn't
this
work
is
running.
hilarious to me.
Right, it doesn't work running. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so
I will.
see, Obama doesn't run.
Let's
he
put
runs
some
things.
validity in it. Name one player on the Redskins.
No, it doesn't matter. Any team. Geno. Any team, it doesn't matter.
matter.
It doesn't matter. The joke is not about the team.
Artie, he's a big boy, Artie. He's a big boy. Let him play.
The joke's not
He's
about
a big boy, Artie. Let him play. Name
So
one.
you do your joke. I don't
Geno.
want to do your joke.
Because you don't know the joke. You just sit there and critique it without understanding the premise. You didn't listen to any
He
of the breakdown
he
of the
very
game.
innocently
added
added a
one
punchline.
word.
He suggested a punchline.
Artie,
that he
you
thought was
can't add a
better.
punchline if you don't know the premise you're building upon.
May I say something here?
You told him a joke.
when
You
did
told
co-
me. How did you
didn't
know
li-
the joke, Ryan?
He interrupted me halfway through the
He
joke.
told you that you told
I
him
was
the
going
joke.
through the pick, and halfway through, he's like, "This is the longest setup ever," because he
Because
didn't
he gave me
listen
the
to
pick. He was giving me all
Because
the
you're getting
picks.
into Eddie Lacy and the picks. It's like,
Well, that's the premise of the joke.
Eddie Lacy's got nothing to do with the joke. The joke is about running. It's a racist joke about the Redskins.
Okay, if that's what you think it is.
Can I interject here, please? a
Oh
little
God,
bit? Just a little
Cotton's
bit?
here.
Just a little bit. I would like to say, I heard the joke. Not the whole. I heard the punchline version of both jokes.
God,
Of both.
there are
jokes,
no
right?
lawyers here. Don't be nervous.
No, I'm not nervous. I just gotta calm things down. Things are a little bit. Hey, listen, I'm back. We got cupcakes. Everybody need to grab.
You get fucking
grab a
cupcakes. That is so
and
racist.
relax.
The black
Okay,
guy gets cupcakes.
Either way, my diabetes is doing well, so I can get a couple.
Yeah,
and
that'd be
little
good.
minis, so I'm good. Now, what I'm saying here is, the joke was multi-texturous, if you want to use that type of word.
Multi-layered.
Layered, I want to say texturous because
Texturous isn't a word.
It is a word.
Lecherous is a word. It
Can you shut
rhymes.
your mics off?
Okay, shut up. What I'm trying to help here is saying that it was more so.
Both your microphones are off.
The podcast.
Okay. So let's try to figure this out. So Washington had a bad running game. Is that it? Is that what happened? Yeah. Okay. So Geno makes that observation, and then he says that makes sense because nothing works when it's running in Washington.
A black guy running in
A
Washington.
black guy in running doesn't work. Right. Okay.
That's
But
not
you see,
what
a black
I said,
guy.
but I don't
A
know
black
what he
guy.
said.
Why
But
is
does
the
anyone
why is
else
it on?
relate that to black guys getting shot? That was my take on it. Like
no,
black
but-
guys running.
No, but a
doesn't
black
work.
guy did
Black
work
guys-
running. A black guy ran for president and worked.
Yes.
He doesn't work running things.
Yeah, the country's doing great.
That you just said the joke. You said his joke, running things. He ran and won. A black guy did work running in Washington. He won. He became. No, wait. I don't want to turn. You going to tell the joke if I turn your microphone on?
I promise I'll tell the
Okay, tell the joke.
I just want the white woman to speak.
We figured out the joke, Geno. It's not like.
I will not
it's
tell the
it's
joke,
not-
but I'll tell
the
you the
white
premise.
woman actually got the joke correct.
It's not a genius setup.
White
Yeah.
girl.
I have a totally different take on the joke. but
Yeah,
no one
it's got
said
nothing
that
to
one.
do. It's got nothing to
The
do with
joke
Obama.
is a form
The
of
joke
that,
is
a form
rude.
of that joke has been told since the fucking ancient times. It's an old joke.
I just don't want to do
But
it anymore.
he did
Watch this.
reformat the joke.
I thought you were going to tell the joke.
I'm not. Running things is funnier. I'm over this.
No, it makes sense too because he ran and it worked when he ran. He made
you know what?
president.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do what I always do. I'm just gonna sit there and let you think you won, and then I'll just read the Twitter feed.
And then
7 people
what
in the thread
Twitter
will
feed?
hate it. The 9 people that tweet it will like it. And we go from there. We're not changing the world with this horse shit.
He's saying the Twitter feed will say he won.
No, it won't say I won. It'll just say the people that like it will
Geno,
like
you
it.
realize you need a lot of help. You need more than I thought you did.
Okay.
You really do.
Daddy needs a therapist.
Well, check the Twitter feed.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
9 people say I'm wrong. 7 people.
Yeah, that's
What are
all-
you talking about?
I still believe this podcast is for the people listening, not for this little round table of sarcasm.
Geno, please. Have you ever seen a shrink?
What's that?
Have you ever seen a shrink?
What have you seen of late?
I've seen everything.
I bet
Nothing's
you have.
worked.
I bet you have.
And believe me, it's way worse with you. The anger
look,
you have
then
is insane.
I can be done after this. I appreciate the opportunity of coming in here, but it's not worth it, buddy. It's not worth it to upset you.
You're not upsetting me. You're upsetting yourself.
Okay, yeah, and that's what you do. You're like, oh no,
It's
why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself?
Well, this anger is worse than I thought.
There's no anger in
Howard
me.
Stern
It's
Fights original.
The
like,
only
you're-
people I get angry and frustrated with are people I like. I like you guys. That's why it's like, what are you doing there? If you don't think I like you, you wouldn't have me in here. If you didn't like me, you wouldn't
I
get frustrated
thought at the
like this.
beginning, but it's getting weird now. All I did was bring up a joke that you had on your
but-
picks.
We have never gotten welcome back Geno cupcakes.
Yeah, that's what.
We got welcome back Chris Cotton.
I know.
Oh, Chris was away for a while.
It took me
Think
a while to
Daddy's
go
going
cupcakes.
away for a while
I earned
after
that
this.
$4 cupcake.
Think Daddy's taking a BREK
What?
rest.
You're mad because
Babysit.
people think that the punchline's better.
Artie, I'm not mad. I'm just exhausted.
Well, then what is this? Is this a different
If
emotion?
you ask anyone in the comedy industry, they'll be like, "This guy's so cheerful." There's no one in the comedy except this round table of just smug pinheads. And the
He
colored
likes
guy.
us.
Jesus,
I do
am
like
I the
you
colored
guys.
guy?
Smug pinheads.
Well, hold on. I'm looking around. No one's tanned up.
I'm
the
a smug
colored guy.
pinhead.
Welcome back, Chris.
Oh, shut up,
You fucking retard.
Artie.
Yeah, it's well, okay, well, fine. But we'll move on to the next pick and the next joke.
Okay.
Do not help him with the jokes.
Please.
Do you punch them up? Is there anybody you turn to for punching up?
Yeah, I have a couple
There's
people
a lady that he
Who?
punches up.
A buddy of mine that lives down in Philly, like I'll read him the jokes, and if he laughs, I know they're funny. It's the same guy I use
Who's
whenever I do. You don't know him. Whenever he's a regular
That's the
person.
point. Nobody
yeah,
knows.
exactly.
Why do you use a regular person if you have
Because I've known this
comedians?
guy. Because I've known this guy forever. and
But you
he's
know
a-
comedians, though. Why won't you ask people?
because comedians are all fucking crazy, and some of them have to be right.
Well, what does this guy do?
What's that?
What's he do for a living?
He's my bookie.
Right, so-
True story.
And you're asking him about the jokes, not just the
Because he
picks?
laughed. Dude, I've known this guy longer than he's been a bookie, and I've known him since I started doing roasts. And it started when I would do roast jokes, and I'd read them to him. And if he laughed, I knew they were funny because he's not the guy that just laughs at everything. He is the difference. He is the difference in Geno's picks and Geno's roast picks.
My God. Oh, my God.
Daddy.
So a bookie has been writing your act? That makes sense.
Okay, that was funny. Okay.
I loved it.
Okay, that was.
Did I step on it? Did I say anything? I enjoyed it.
So where'd you get that joke from? Crazy Dan
Yeah.
down on the fucking
Yeah, that's right.
docks.
Maybe you ought to try running. You know, the niggas can't run. Maybe you ought to try that. Oh, fuck it. Running things. Tell that guy I don't get that. What's that mean, running things?
So it's fun to be back.
What other part of your act have you run by the guy?
What's that? No, I just told you when I do roast jokes and stuff.
Well, give me a joke that he helped with.
I'm not giving you any fucking jokes.
But so he doesn't write
Jesus
the
Christ.
act.
Why don't you go and Google Geno
you
Biscotti
see-
Mike Vecchione roast battle on YouTube? That's some great jokes. Why don't you
Why,
do them here so I can say they
don't
suck?
I? Why haven't I Googled Geno
then-
Bisconti, Mike Vecchione roast battle
Then
yet?
don't ask me for jokes. If you
Why
want to
haven't
hear
I done
jokes,
that?
they're all over the internet. Daddy has a full body of work.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
what the intraweb is for. I'd rather ask you here so I can say they're not funny and everyone will take my side.
Wow. Holy shit.
Quiet down,
I think
Bree.
we're gonna have to put a metal detector in.
Yeah, that's what's going to
Is that
have to
because I
happen.
came back or because Geno's angry right now a little bit?
I'm sorry, I asked about a joke of yours. I was, it was a way to plug the website. You told me a bookie writes your act, and I can just let that go.
Yep, that's what I said.
You run
I
it
said
by a
bookie
bookie.
writes my act.
You run it by a bookie.
realize this is all recorded. People are like, I don't
If
think
the
he said
bookie-
that. I
if
think
the-
he said he tells his jokes to a bookie.
If the bookie didn't laugh at something, you won't do it in an act based on that alone.
Yeah, because I said it's my bookie for the entertainment value, but he's a good
joke,
friend of mine.
Give me an example of a joke over the years he didn't laugh
What
at.
didn't he get about him not telling any joke? Oh, okay. When he didn't laugh at, I have tons of those. I did an Anne Frank joke and he said it wasn't funny. I said something is.
Does he know Anne Frank?
Yes, he said.
You have like 11 Anne Frank jokes. That's the hackiest thing ever.
I know, and I did one.
Because
He's
that's
like,
the offensive thing.
He didn't like
You
it.
want to seem edgy with it.
Yeah, so he didn't like it, so I changed it. I don't remember what I changed it to, but it was the last time. It's like I love when he.
Which
I
Anne
love when
Frank joke? You have 11 of them.
It was a joke based in the video. They changed it in the video. The point is he didn't like it, and I'm like,
What's
wow.
the joke?
I don't even remember.
Do you remember any of your jokes?
No. I guess you have to come to a show. I'll be at LOL tonight, closing the 11.
man.
Yeah, that's not.
I've been to plenty of your shows. Remember, I give you $2,000 for each one of them.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember that. Someone has trouble with MATH adding.
Yeah. You want to keep getting overpaid?
That I'd like.
I've been to plenty of your shows.
So my car.
You are most of my shows.
Yeah, no kidding.
Right now, my car
Mr.
is
Not
in the shop.
Supportive.
But what I'm doing is I put it in the shop. I'm cool with the guy who. Oh, I'm sorry. I just started talking about something else. So that
Why would you do
I went
that?
old school. I went like
I want to
battered
know.
wife in the fucking kitchen. Old school.
I want
you
to
know
know one
what
joke that the bookie didn't laugh at. That you
I can't even-
because he didn't laugh at it, but because of that single thing, you took it out of your act.
The kids
I
is
can't.
all
It's not in my. God, I can't.
Do you?
this.
If the bookie does laugh, do you see if your plumber laughs?
I don't have a plumber. Do you have a plumber?
Well, you got.
I don't think people have plumbers as hard as they
I have a
used to.
landlord in my. I live with 19 roommates. Remember, we have a landlord who handles that shit. I don't have a plumber.
Yeah, I don't go there. People don't invest in plumbers.
What about one of your roommates? They're comedians.
Yeah.
Well, run it by them.
Why?
See if they laugh at it.
Why? Well, I'm trying to
The
think.
point is, you ran it by one comedian and he made it better.
Okay, if he made it better, we still don't even know the joke. You just know Brian made it better.
It's easy to.
Brian, but thank you.
What did I say?
You said Brian.
Actually, he made
Now
your name
look,
better.
Tom did a great job with that joke. Now I don't know. Ryan did a great job with that
Really,
joke. too.
Tom?
I don't know.
Is that your uncle?
Oh,
just wanna-
Jesus Christ!
I want to ask a question as a
Low-hanging fruit.
non-comedian. Don't you guys do that all the time?
What's that?
Like workshop jokes with each other
Yeah.
and stuff like that?
Riffing.
Yes.
So why is it why would that be an offensive thing? If that
Because
happens?
he doesn't think it's better. He's
Oh,
mad
okay.
that people think.
Are
it's better.
you saying I've never workshopped a joke with a comedian, or we just fixated on this one joke?
No, I more so the former. Like, do
Yeah,
you do that?
we always do that.
Oh, okay.
I've had these conversations many times.
Well, so what are you mad about then?
I'm just mad that
you walked.
I'm mad. I'm mad.
You
when-
didn't know your workshop.
I'm slightly offended when someone says, "Yeah, Ryan made the joke better." What joke, Artie? I don't know the joke, but Ryan made it
I
better.
do know the joke.
Okay, you don't.
I knew it. I when I sat down, I didn't. But then when I figured out the joke, I said, "Yeah, it's better."
And then I believe I said you can go back and check the tape. I said you're right. Let's move on.
So we can
I
get
said
that
Ryan made it
I
better.
didn't believe you.
It might be my transmission.
So that- 'cause I
would
was
you?
lying, 'cause I was lying.
Could be
Why
my
would you? Why would you get
clutch.
mad if somebody makes it better? Then why
I
would
don't
you
get mad when they make it better.
You are mad because people think it's better.
Okay. Well, Ryan thought it was better.
What does Twitter say?
What's
I
that?
think. What does Twitter have to say?
Well, he'll be on it later.
Twitter just likes these picks if they win. So they love this joke. This joke was brilliant to them. It was worth money. The other
Daddy's
three jokes
tiny
were nothing.
WWTD. What would Twitter do?
Yeah.
That's what we need to know. What would Twitter do?
All right. Well, if you want to move on, fine. I mean, so you're going to continue to do it that way.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Well, where else are you going to do it? You going to do that in stand up?
No, I don't. My video, I don't. The jokes in my video rarely make it to my act. My act is other stuff.
Oh, okay.
The videos don't translate to stand up.
Do you run jokes about for the bookie just for the picks? Does that make sense?
Well, when I'm doing a roast, which is stand up, I'll run the
so
jokes
you
by him.
punch up your roast jokes with a bookie?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's not a bookie. He's a guy.
What is he?
He's a friend of mine that happens to be a bookie. But I just said bookie for the gambling
I don't
portion.
understand. I don't
My friend,
What
a
you
good
just said
friend of
doesn't
mine.
make sense.
My closest friend down in Philly is the one I
Well,
was
you said
bouncing jokes
right,
off
and he
of.
said he's a bookie too.
He is.
So I was right. I said, is he a bookie? You said no. Then he said, he's my friend who's a bookie.
Okay.
So you prefer to call him your friend?
Very good friend of mine.
Is that his only job?
I pray for you every night. Yes. No. What else do bookies do? He's a bartender, probably.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe he was the head writer for a comedy show.
He's the head writer for Geno's Picks.
Is your bookie also Albert Brooks? That would make sense. I don't understand. There's a black man running in Washington. All right. Well, listen. All right, fine. Leave it up there like that, then.
Boo.
Ryan's not looking for any money for the joke.
God, no.
Back end money. He doesn't want ownership in the site. You know? Dan told me that you guys were arguing about a joke. It turned into did you guys get mad yesterday? Like a violent thing?
Yeah, we got into a huge fight.
All right. I can't have that.
Who would win a fight? Have you ever been in a fight? Sure. I never have. Physically? No. Well, with my brother growing up, but not a violent man.
What about the fight you have with
Daddy's-
homosexuality?
Losing. Let me tell you, I've thrown a lot of blows in that fight.
I can't make that better.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Nobody can. All right. Well, throwing a blow doesn't make any sense.
You never said, "Hey, I'll throw the guy a blow."
Yeah, is that a,
throw the guy a
is
blow.
that a term that the bookie uses?
He's a good-looking guy. I'll throw him a blow.
Hey, Geno, I was thinking about the blow joke. This is your bookie, who happens to be your best friend. Listen, the throwing blows. I know I initially laughed at it, but I hope you get this before you use it because I thought it over.
I told you, pussy. I told you to put 20 on the pat.
I was talking to my pet dog. Yeah, well, both of us agreed throwing a blow.
This guy out here says he doesn't owe you shit.
Is there a way you could say giving a blow? And then because when you say blow, you assume blowjob. You make that leap in your head.
Right now he's talking to Geno. We can't interrupt him.
You make that leap in your head. That's a blowjob.
He's tightening up his set.
Why is he talking?
I'm your background. I'm the fucking goon helping you as your bookie.
He's ambient noise.
I'm ambient. Thank you. I'm ambient noise. This is radio to
Put
kids.
people asleep. You're ambient noise.
I'm trying to think of that word you made up a few minutes ago. Texturous. Texturous.
All right, let's move on.
White girl.
From now on, don't help a bit until I point at you. That means I want ambient noise. My God.
He wants white noise, Chris. You're out for that.
I'm out.
That's why the cupcakes are here, because you're back? Who bought the cupcakes?
What a kiss
I
ass.
got diabetes.
Dan Filato.
You have diabetes?
Are they more
Chris?
cookies?
No, I don't have any.
Oh, good. I was saying. You said you had it. That was a joke. I said it might have been reversed because you lost a bunch of weight. You can reverse it.
I don't know. Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. All right. I mean, it's very awkward now, but we'll move on.
Is it really awkward?
Well, no, I'm just saying. You could have totally avoided all of this if you just told me the joke in the beginning.
One, I think it was great radio. Two, I love the way you ended it with
So
the
now you
bookie
like
throwing
it?
a blow. Yeah, I like it because I didn't have to do my act like, hey, do a joke. Hey, you're a funny comic, dude. Here's one you can use in your act. Do a joke.
Skit sketches.
Yeah, you can use this in your skit.
Yeah, skit sketches.
This is the beginning of it. This is how it starts.
Blow by blow. I love the bookie. Yeah, me and the dog were talking about throwing a blow.
It doesn't make sense.
Speaking of bookie, I think my clutch is going on the car. And I think that's the
You still have that fucking car?
You're gonna crowbar that story in somehow, aren't you?
What happened with the car?
You're
Yeah,
gonna Jim Crow that story.
Yeah, how did you get lost and go into the tunnel?
Dude, I was just zoning out because my car was acting up. You know, like when your car starts acting up, you just kind of get in cruise. You get in like autopilot. Like, okay, where am I going? I seen the fucking tunnel. I was like, I'm guessing I'm going to New York because I just focusing on all the fucking shit on the dashboard, making sure nothing's overheating or undergoing, and I just had to get to fucking the city. So it just shot right over my. I just couldn't.
So you were looking at your dashboard too long and you went through the Holland Tunnel?
I just looked down. It was like one of these where I just was like, I'm kind of would just like drive, just get the fuck to somewhere.
Is
and
that
park.
true story?
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
So why didn't you come back here?
Because then Keith was like, I called Keith and he said he might have a guy.
Keith Robinson?
Yeah, it's
The
a
one I
comic.
know.
Yes, it was a comic.
Said he'll come help you?
No,
You don't know another Keith Robinson that would
I
actually
spoke
do
to Keith.
No,
And
he
what
said.
happened?
I asked Keith.
Is it true?
Keith says he didn't help you.
No, I didn't say he didn't help me. You
I didn't help that motherfucker.
Y'all didn't let me finish saying it. I said,
Motherfucker's lying.
That's
he
racist.
told me to call.
Did he tell that story about looking at the dashboard too long?
It's a comic who fixes cars. His name is Steve Lofton. I called him.
He's a comic who also
Steve
fixes cars?
Loftus.
Yeah, he's a comic.
Steve Loftus.
He's a comic. Well, what does he make a living at?
He
He's a
makes a
bookie.
living fixing cars. because
Then he's
fucking-
a guy who fixes cars.
He's trying to be a comedian, but I was waiting for him. Basically, he couldn't come.
And you're
So
trying
I
to
said-
fix a car?
He used to get booked at Times Square Comedy Club, remember, at TSAC?
He used to
Because he would fix the booker's car for free.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love
Do
that
you run
stuff.
your jokes by him?
No. He's
No,
not
I
the
got
gambling
inspired.
Oh,
guy.
go ahead. Yeah. So what happened?
No,
So,
that was- and
so
then I was
was
just
Keith
waiting.
involved at all?
If I did
I just
NASCAR
called Keith
picks.
to ask him who to come get, and he said
Did
called
Keith
around for
confirm
this
that?
guy.
Did
He
Keith
called
confirm
around
that
for
he
this
called?
guy.
Keith just said he didn't come help you.
Yeah, he didn't come help
that
me.
was-
Everybody knows Keith isn't getting out of a fucking car to fix a car.
But did he call Keith?
yeah, I called Keith. Why would I lie about calling Keith?
I don't know, because maybe you didn't want to say you came up here. Maybe you were, in Philadelphia still.
No, I was.
Maybe you had anything else to do.
Yeah, I literally. Why the fuck would I lie?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I was right there.
It's an odd story. I mean, you're a bright guy. I can't see you going through
Dude,
Are you talking
when
to
your
Chris
car
right
is
now?
going to shit, you kind of you turn into a bit of an idiot because you fucking. I just didn't want to crash because I hit the fucking pedal too hard because my fucking.
But how many times have you come up to New York City?
I mean, a lot of times. That's why I kind of went
The
into
Holland
cruise
Tunnel
control.
just creeps up on you?
No, I went into cruise control. I didn't get into the lane for Hoboken like I usually do, and then fucking I just kind of cruised right in. I was like, fuck it. And then I was like, I ain't coming the fuck back out. It was like one of those days where I was just fucking done with the day.
So what'd you do? Just stroll around the village or something?
I just sat in my car and waited for Keith to call me back. like wait and trying to get this fucking phone number from this fucking comic.
Instead of turning around and coming here, you sat in your car.
I had no money either. I didn't have extra money to be throwing at tolls.
So how are you going to get money for later?
What you talking about today?
No, I mean, how are you going to get back eventually?
I ended up my car was shit, but I had to drive it a certain way, and literally I couldn't take it over 20.
But
and
what's
I
the
was
difference
fucking
between coming home at that moment and later in the day? Money-wise?
because I had spots and shit to do. I just had to go somewhere. I parked my car, and
So you're going to get paid for the spots, and then did you get paid for the spots?
I got paid for one of those spots.
So you're going to use that money to come back.
No, I use that money just in general. I got back. I also have AAA and everything. Like I drive this much. I have AAA to get back to Philly if needed. I just didn't. It was like
how long? How long before your first spot?
It was like a day later. It was like a day later. It wasn't.
So
even
you
that night.
sat in the car for a day?
No, I got friends who I crashed with. Like
Oh,
still.
so you saw it.
Yeah. I just
How
parked
far
my
away
car.
from the car was your friend?
I don't know. Like they was in Brooklyn, so I was in Manhattan. I came in the village. I parked it there. I was waiting for the dude. Never came. So then I went to Brooklyn.
So the plans of your day changed that drastically. You were coming here.
That's what happens when you're broke and you're fucking living like a comic.
When you're broke, you accidentally go through the Holland Tunnel?
That was an accident. Everything else that happened after that was cause and effect. I went through the tunnel, so now that fucking rerouted my whole day. If I would have came here first, yeah, that's what happens when you're fucking. I had $7. I was
I've been
living
broke.
off.
I never rerouted my day like that.
You haven't been broke enough.
Oh, I've been broke. I've been very broke.
But that's what I'm saying. I had a gift card left with money on it. That was it. I was living off a gift card for like fucking the rest of that day.
Did they serve food at the Gap?
Delicious. These jeans
Delicious.
are okay. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what happened. That's my day fucking changed.
Yeah, but
that helps
there's
anything.
holes in the story, though. I mean, it's
I mean,
odd.
if you
It
wanna
doesn't make
create
any
the
sense.
holes.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
Speaking of holes, Hallie Breen is here.
Let me hear the holes. I want to hear the holes. I want to hear all these holes.
But you went through the tunnels, parked.
And then after that, I didn't come out because I didn't have any money, and I was like, well, fuck it. I don't want to be. It was a lot going on. I waited, and then by the time I could have came back, it was like, I don't have any money because once I found out he wasn't coming, I was like, I don't have any money. I might as well just slowly get my car to Brooklyn and get the fuck out of the car before it explodes or some goofy shit because I'm overdriving it. Like, I don't know. Dude, I just fucking put 2 hours on the car. I don't want to put another fucking 40 minutes to come in and out and then hopefully get enough money to get back.
All right. Ryan, does that make sense to you? That's right.
I'm very confused by the whole story.
I'm very confused by it too.
There's a gift card. There's a
I have
broken
no
car.
idea what confused
Keith's
y'all.
involved.
That's the saddest part about it. I have no idea. And
Chris, none of it makes any sense.
okay, it's a confusing story.
We were worried about you. You disappeared. You were coming here. You were like a minute from here, and then you disappeared. And we're like, what happened?
I don't know if I disappeared. I'm pretty sure I went to the Holland. Unless that turned into an alternate universe, there was no
It
disappearance.
sounds like we're in an alternate universe.
Speaking of black guys going into a tunnel, Hallie Breen is here.
That was a good crowbar.
Yeah, thank you. It's a Jim Crowbar in your case. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't correct.
See how I immediately agreed with you? Weird. I should have been like, that's wrong. Yeah. Speaking of black guys coming into a tunnel repeatedly,
So what does that joke mean?
I just called her a whore.
Because black guys going to a tunnel.
Are you sure this isn't fun?
No, but we need the backstory on it, though.
Girl,
There's no
Allie,
backstory on
do you
that.
sleep with black guys?
No, I don't. I never
Whoa,
have.
she answered pretty quickly there. That's her.
because she was sure.
I haven't.
And is that your definition of a whore? If she sleeps with a black guy?
She definitely.
Yes. I mean, no. I thought she was pretty quick to say no to that, man.
Check that out. She's just telling the truth. She's telling me giving you
Yeah,
an
but
answer.
she was
Well,
like-
she seems nervous to say it around you. Let me check that with my figures. She knows black guy equals black eye. What about
not
you,
their
Flipper?
type.
What do you think of Chris's story?
I think he's being a little deceptive. No, I don't know. It's a little odd.
It shows a mental breakdown in the sense of like.
I mean, I will say
this
this: when you're running low on funds, you don't really think straight.
Yeah.
I'll just throw that out there.
But that's like you had Alzheimer's disease or something.
Possibly, there's malnourishment there, like a dementia
Because
type
you're
thing.
you're
I don't
aware
know.
of New York. I mean, it's not like you don't know. It's not like you're in St. Louis and a tunnel comes
Right.
up on you.
Yeah, like he knows obviously that the Holland Tunnel goes to
As
downtown.
soon as I went,
Manhattan.
I called him from inside the tunnel. I was like, "Look, I'm already going." I said, "This is what I said to you." I said, "I'm going through the tunnel. I really just forgot and went through the tunnel. I can't make it."
When you need help, your first option is Keith Robinson.
No, I mean, I was trying to figure out who might know. He lives closer to here than I do. So
Why wouldn't you call us? We're here. We expected you to know
I
we're
did
here.
call. I did call Dan.
For help.
Don't
First
call
come
me.
Get you?
What y'all gonna do? Y'all had to do the podcast. I didn't want. I couldn't.
But
tear
we
him away.
could have helped you because we're here.
Yeah, I know. I just don't want to.
You know, they're saying this now.
I had something to do.
No one suggested
Nice
it
guys.
that day.
I know.
No one
No
suggested
one
we should
knew
call.
you needed help. We
No
didn't know
one
you were. We
suggested.
didn't know about the tunnel thing till hours later.
No, I texted him the second that it happened. I called him the second everything happened.
And Artie did all these tasteless black jokes while you were. It was really. I sat there and I was offended. I was appalled by all of it.
What is Geno even talking about?
He's Jim Crow. Oh, was that it? The Jim Crow
No.
thing? I don't know. I'm sorry. I didn't think
love
that
when
it was that
Cliff
big
is
of a
here.
deal. I'm still here.
No, I know. Thank God.
Antoine, I'm still here. I'm still strong.
And you look great, by the way. You really look fantastic.
Well, now you
thank
lost
you.
a lot of weight. That's the other thing. You look great. You do look fantastic.
thank you.
I mean, how much you lose? You think?
I have no idea. I
Somebody's
don't want to
been
count. I don't want to
sucking
think
dick
about
for
it.
crack.
Jesus, crack money.
Oh, I was talking about
don't
Allie
think-
Breen again. I'm
I don't
sorry.
think
She's here.
that- I don't, no, I don't know. I just don't think about it.
Do you want us to show a documentary on who Allie Breen is with these jokes? We get these jokes.
Yes.
And she claims the jokes are not based on anything, like all your premises.
They're not. They're just Geno jokes.
Yeah,
They're
thank you.
Geno type
Thank you.
jokes.
Thank
They
you
have
very
nothing to do with me.
Daddy.
How do you know Geno, Allie?
From comedy.
Oh,
from
okay.
yeah.
Why'd you make air quotes when you said comedy? That was rude. From comedy.
Comedy.
She's my bookie.
Between
years
that
ago.
comedy,
You guys
was a
have
lot
done.
of
You
air.
guys done gigs together?
Yeah, a bunch from way back. Lots of firehouses and.
Are you based in New York?
I am. Yeah, I used to live in LA, but I just moved back here a couple of months ago.
And where you from?
From Boston.
Oh, I love Boston.
Yeah.
Funny
Do you?
thing.
New Yorkers
Well,
never love Boston.
No, I do. I love Boston. I love going up there. They're very supportive in Boston.
Yeah, they're fun crowds.
Yeah, they really are. They really are. You know, they got a good sense of humor. A lot of funny people from Boston.
Yeah. I moved to New York before I started comedy, though I wished that I started in Boston.
Was there anybody else in comedy that you met besides Geno?
Like successful people?
No, I mean, I don't know.
I know Ryan. I know. Yeah, all the New York comics for the most part.
Well,
I worked with DePaulo a lot actually years ago. He's one of my favorites. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, Nick is as funny as it gets.
Oh my God, he's the best.
Well, yeah, it's Boston. So it's welcome here to the podcast. I'm
Thank
sorry
you.
that this happened. You happened to come on today, which is very awkward.
No, it's
You're the only one who
Do
thinks it's
you-
awkward, buddy.
Does anyone here like each other? Can't tell.
I was smiling, and then I don't know what
Don't
happened.
fucking talk. Shut up.
It was going
Nah,
great.
I-
Dance.
And then
What is your relationship with Allie?
What's that?
What is your relationship with her?
Just a friend of mine from comedy.
Because you're yelling at her like a pimp or something.
Gator needs his gat.
Do you like when
Geno
he yells
just-
at you like that?
I've known Geno forever. Geno just likes whore jokes.
Yeah.
He's a big fan.
I
of
like
them.
whores, jokes about whores. Do a lot of jokes about drugs and,
How do you
and booze,
feel?
too.
What do you think about Chris Cotton's story?
I couldn't follow it. The weirdest part to me
And
is
she
that.
followed my football joke.
Wait, was that the beginning of your? You've been on break for a while. Was that why you were on break? From
No,
here?
it was like the last time I was supposed to come in. I literally was on my way here. I kept going through the tunnel.
Go over it again. Yeah,
Yeah,
wait,
because that might be the only
Super
time someone said I can't follow Cotton. That's the only time ever.
I was on my
Comedy
way
joke.
here. I was right next to the Holland Tunnel, and I drove through the tunnel by accident. My car was acting up.
See, right there is amazing. you're flipping over that too quick.
I'm not flipping it over.
See, but you make it sound like a
quickly.
speed bump.
It was literally.
It's a
just
mile long tunnel.
last-
It's a mile long tunnel. It took him 7 years to build it.
You didn't pass an exit. You went through a tunnel.
When the each side began on their side.
Wait, but do you normally go somewhere through the Holland Tunnel? Like, is that a normal routine?
I always go into New York. I just drive straight in. But I kind of, since my car was acting up, I just didn't think about it. I kept driving straight in because I was focused on getting to the village. I wasn't focused on coming here.
Your brain's on autopilot.
Yeah, my brain
I've
went
done
on
that before.
autopilot because
I
my
kinda get
car
that.
was acting up.
So you couldn't. Do you have a daily planner book, like where you could go before you hit New York?
See, and I mentioned this that time. I get it completely because if you're driving to the city and your brain is on autopilot, you're distracted. You're not thinking. Because I did that once. I called Dan. I was coming from Aunt August. I'd put my post-its on everything, and I was going to. You get off at the last exit.
Do you run jokes by her?
No. But I normally you get off at the last exit in Hoboken, but you're not paying attention. Suddenly you think you're going to do a spot at LOL Comedy Club on 48th and 7th, and you go through the tunnel. So I can almost understand, but you should have just said it that way. You gave a very long explanation that included.
Well, you just said makes no
People
sense.
ask me a lot of
Nobody
questions.
does that. Nobody accidentally.
You've never done that because you drive a lot.
No. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Wait, but then on top of it, your car broke down after that happened?
My car was just acting up. Basically, it was
Which is what caused
either
the
my
distraction in the
transmission
first place.
or my clutch is going. We're not sure yet. And when I'm driving, it's just not. It feels like it's about to give up. The car, like it's literally like.
Maybe
like
you
it's
should
about to
take
give
a
up.
lesson from your car.
So yeah, piece of shit. So no, but that's what I'm saying. So now it was what it was.
You're not paying flipping enough. Whatever it is, it's not enough.
We don't have the rights to this.
My car was going.
Did Iman call
He
yesterday?
just cost us $80,000.
Did Iman call
We're not
yesterday?
paying him enough. Played the most popular Willie Nelson song ever.
Might have been the karaoke version.
We played 6 seconds of all my favorite David Bowie songs yesterday because you only play 7 seconds, so we played it safe.
I think we played 9 of one song though. You were flipping.
All right, Mario Lopez has a campaign out where he does this toe fungus thing, and I honestly want to see. I want to see if this gets him more acting work because he was in a lot of cheesy movies. I have to say by the bell, but the turn he does here on not knowing who's coming out of the limo, and then it's toe fungus, is unfucking believable. So go ahead, let's hear this one more time.
Hey, I'm here on the red carpet where our next arrival is. Whoa! Toenail fungus.
Fight it with Jublia. Jublia is a prescription medicine used to
I'd
treat
stop
toenail.
it.
That's funny as fuck.
No, anybody could be in the limo.
Whoa!
It could be.
Toenail fungus.
I mean, you're thinking anything but toenail fungus. If you made a list of what would probably be in the limo of a movie premiere, how far down the list would toenail fungus be?
Whoa!
Of me.
Yeah. I mean, and you just out of nowhere, he's like, whoa! Toenail.
Toenail fungus.
I tweeted Mario, and we have a chance of getting him on.
He really did tweet back.
I
you
heard
said.
back from him. I tweeted Mario Lopez's assistant. At the real Mario Lopez assistant. Because there were a couple of fake ones. And someone did get back to me. It happens. And I just want to ask him about how he prepared for this commercial, and did he improv it like the Larry David show? Was he just given a premise? Did the director say, look, go in the direction of not knowing what's in the limo? And then basically you have to get the toenail fungus. You can do whatever you want up till then, as long as you show up in a tux. Whatever happens before that is fine, because that's what Larry David does. He just gives you a way to go, a direction. And I want to see how long it takes before he gets aggravated with the interview. If he knows, in fact, I'm really impressed, and you guys are making fun of him.
Whoa! Toenail fungus.
I mean, I don't think anybody else from Saved by the Bell could do that job. And I wonder if they're jealous of Mario Lopez and his dimples. I was going by the premise that after gay sex, he has to scrape jizz out of those dimples.
Whoa!
How many mornings did he get up and he had a pool of cum in his dimples that he had to scrape out?
Fungus.
And what does he use to scrape out the cum? Does he use a toenail cutter?
Whoa!
Does he get up and go, oh, God, on my face was shaved? Whoa! Jizz! Anything could be in his dimples, like in that limo, when he wakes up. And the last thing you'd think would be jizz, because he gets very hot women.
Delicious.
He goes, out of nowhere, he's like, whoa, jizz! And what gets jizz out of a dimple quickly.
Daddy's tiny penis.
I think all of these questions have to be answered.
That's amazing.
Whoa!
How much money do you think he got for this?
A lot.
I don't know. He doesn't do much.
Probably what, 50? Probably 50.
No, more than that. Because he does extra.
120, probably.
I bet he got $500,000.
Ryan, you're in the biz. Throw the money at us.
Because who else would do that? You got to understand. It's like I got to pitch it to somebody. You know, there's not many people who'd say. There's not many agents who would say, "I'll go to my client with this."
That'd be a fun conversation.
Yeah, you know exactly. How many people? Like Zac Efron's agent's going to go, "No, I'm not going to bring it to Zac." He's got a lot going on. Screech is in jail.
Ryan says he's gay.
Is Screech gay? I heard he.
That's what Ryan said.
I heard he got hot chicks.
I didn't say that.
Okay. I guess you didn't want to say it on air.
No, we talked
When
about
did he
it.
say he didn't say?
I said he was married.
Well, you got to be careful. You say.
I said he was married yesterday and he was in jail.
Yeah, you gotta be
didn't
careful.
say it like that, dude. You got to be careful, man.
I don't know.
You got to be careful the way you say shit.
Are you
Ryan.
there, Chelsea? He was on Are You There, Chelsea? Are you there?
Hey, I'm here on the red carpet.
Are you there, Chelsea? It's me,
It's
Talent.
like, what? I never said that.
Don't put words in his mouth because he could get sued.
Yeah. I'll throw him a blow afterwards.
He was in Grease Live.
Chorus line also, I think.
Repeat after me.
See, he's an expert on gay stuff.
He was
now
in the
you know what he said about.
You know, a lot of people think he's in the Smurfs, but he was in the Smurfs 2.
Oh, lost money on that.
The X Factor. Chelsea Handler Show. Are you there, Chelsea? Are you there, Chelsea? It's me rating.
Nice.
Are you there, Chelsea? It's me, a non-rancid pussy.
So vulgar.
Is Chelsea Handler's 15 minutes up yet? You think?
She was on the
smells.
She was on the Muppets the other day.
Was she?
She had a crush on Scooter in the episode.
How embarrassing. For the Muppets. Saved by the Bell Hawaiian style.
It's funny because you're actually reading. You're not even making that one up.
Killing Mr. Griffin. Killing Mr. Griffon, according to Dan.
I
The
get
Greg Louganis story. There we go. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Dan Filato. Greg Louganis is out of the closet, right?
that. Yes.
So, yeah, they picked Mario Lopez. Did he do the accent?
He nailed it.
Bill Nye, the Science Guy. He played himself. Saved by the Bell, the new class. Masters of the Maze. Fever Lake.
No idea.
Yeah, so you know what? You're right. Maybe he got 50 grand. I thought he was a much bigger thing. Oh, wait. You heard of Get Smarty?
Yeah.
Get Smurfy.
Stop it.
That's a real thing. Get Smurfy. Did you write?
His voicemail just says beep. I'll take it.
Did your bookie write that one?
I'll
Hey,
check.
Mario, yeah, Geno gave you my number, right? Listen, I have helped Geno in the past. So the title is Get Smurfy. I got to say, I got nothing with that. But I was in the shower. My wife said Get Smarty, and I said, he can never use that. I'll get sued. It's a movie. My wife cries a lot. My wife knows Geno. Yeah, she loves him. He always calls her a whore.
Classic.
So he went against the bookie and went with Get Smurfy.
A lot of line movement on that joke.
Call the bookie and ask him if he believes Chris's story.
I will.
You'll probably hit me.
But I'm not allowed to tell him Chris is black. Well, he'll figure it out.
When you asked Keith about it, what did Keith say?
He said he just wait on.
No, I'm talking to Brian. Well, he said, "I didn't." Did he know about him getting into
He looked surprised. He said, what? And then he's like, yeah, no, I didn't help anyone.
Would he confirm that you called? You think?
I'm pretty sure he won't care, but yes, he will. I mean, we all know Keith. Keith's gonna be like, this is the dumbest fucking question I've ever been asked. Yeah, he fucking called me, and I told him to fucking wait on this fucking horse shit.
I think it's the second
fucking
dumbest.
comic.
The second dumbest he's been asked. The first is, you want to come to Greenwich Village? My car's. Oh, fuck it! Now, so I just can't believe there's no one else you would think of that would be more helpful.
Could have called me.
No, he usually would guide
For the
me to
record,
somebody.
all of us, I would come to help you. For the
It's
record,
not about coming to help me. I didn't need anybody to actually show up. I didn't need to get directed to somebody to take my car to.
you need advice.
I need
Oh,
to
somebody
know.
to bring the car.
No, tell somewhere to take my car. Like to possibly get it fixed.
And you were right through the tunnel.
I was in the village. I parked my
Okay,
car
I'm
in
saying
the
there's a
village.
million places right here in the Hoboken.
I just can't stop. I don't have. I had a gift card with $7.
But I would have
on it.
loaned you money. Don't you understand? I would have said, okay, I'll give you money.
I know that,
He
but
wouldn't have
that's
loved
what I'm saying.
me.
But
He
Keith,
can't be trusted.
but Keith usually, if needed, he would have told me where to
I
take.
got $3,000 in my pocket right now. You
So
want
what
it?
did,
You means anything to me? I'll throw another blow. Make another $3,000. You want it right now? I'm fucking
Gino, are
serious.
you aware that
I'm
you know
good.
what I'm talking?
I've been listening to you every word. You're hilarious.
Well, you know.
That's funny. No, I'm good, man. I'm cool. I made a little bit of money off some fucking hand job I did. I literally had to be a hand model for fucking day. I made money off of that. So
You're full of shit.
I'm not lying. I got a check for being a fucking hand model for a fucking Samsung
I'm
commercial.
talking about burying the lead.
This is the thing. I
yeah.
had that show. I had that check, so I should be okay for
Where will we see that?
Shut Gino's mic off.
I don't know.
Shut it off. Because I'll ask him offline.
Just keep it off until I tell you the stuff.
All right, is mine off too? 'Cause this story doesn't get better.
It's got to get better. You were a hand model.
I was a fucking hand model. That was it.
Take your. Yeah, I like it better this way too. So go ahead. So how'd you get called? Who put you? Is there an audition? Did you send a picture of your
Well,
hand?
what happened was Hannibal was doing a commercial, and they had light skinned dudes for his hands. And literally, it was like, yo, and he was like, yo, they literally just brought light skinned black guys. What are you doing tomorrow? I was like, nothing. He was like, send me a picture of your hands. That was it.
Oh, so this is you got a picture of your hand.
And there's the modeling gig right there.
And you said this is the picture you sent? You eating a sandwich? This is your hand picking up a sandwich.
It was at Cat's Deli.
Your hand looks like Naomi Watts.
Have a nice hand.
No, so based on what picture of how many pictures of your hand did you take before you said that's
I
the
just
one?
went in the kitchen in front of a white wall and just fucking took pictures, sent it to him, and he was like, "Yeah." They said you cool because I said,
How many did you take before you said this is the one?
I don't know. I just took some.
Did you send any to his bookie to get Go with the third one.
And it's literally
The first two you can't see your knuckles. Yeah, I know a lot about hands too. Yeah, I don't know why I went into this for a living.
What do you get paid to be a hand model? That's great.
I got all right. It's like $500 a day, so I made like $1,000. I only worked for 10 minutes, man. It was the creepiest shit I've ever.
So 5 minutes each day?
No, I only worked one day. They brought me back just in case the next day.
How did you get there with your car?
At the time, my car was working a lot better. It's fucking just.
Thank God you didn't happen to have that day when you go to the hand thing.
It happens, man.
Where was the hand thing? New York?
In Cat's, it was at Cat's Deli, like around that area. They had to do like a shoot.
And you drove in.
Who called you for that?
A comic.
A comic?
Hannibal.
Yeah,
Was it Hannibal?
Hannibal Buress?
Yeah.
Wait, so he can't? He's big enough that he has hand models?
Well, I mean,
They don't let him-
you know, when you're doing a shoot, like they got the main, like they had to shoot him, and like if it's
Oh,
something-
you're Hannibal's hand?
yeah, I had to be his hand because it was like one of these where it's like if we're shooting him, we save money paying you this shitty $500 opposed to making him stay an extra 2 hours to do the pickup shots. Of him
No,
doing
he wants
dumb
to
shit
go.
with
It's
his
not
hand.
about money. He wants to go home.
Yeah, I mean, but on
get
top
a-
of that, they
get
do
a black
save
guy's
money
hand.
instead of fucking. So they just had too many light black guys. So literally, I got the job because I was dark as shit.
Nice.
So it had nothing to do
Was
with
anybody
anything.
else in the running?
It was another guy who was there with a hand model who was brown skin. He was like, yeah, my hand looks nothing like his hand.
And what do you say was? Like you suddenly lightened your skin tone or something?
Oh yeah.
So in other words, you had black privilege.
I had very black privilege on this because we had a fucking.
Was there an
dark
audition
skin
like you were in
attitude.
a room, like a waiting room with other black
I don't know
guys?
how many hands they looked at, but mine was the one they had to choose due to my complexion. You know what I mean? I don't think it had anything to do with my actual hand. My actual hand looks like shit.
So you drove in that
fucking
day.
hand.
Wouldn't it be- you didn't? You were scared of accidentally coming to Hoboken that day?
No, I just drove the way I usually go, just through the fucking tunnel. it's like if most of my day
But did you ever
goes,
did you ever have the reverse problem where you were supposed to go through the tunnel and you came here by mistake?
how many times do I primarily come here?
Well, you've been here quite a bit. You've been here a lot. For months you came here.
Yeah, but I wouldn't drive every time. I took the train a lot, but usually I would go to New York first and come here.
Did you ever go to the train and accidentally get on a bus?
No. No, I've never done that. This line of questioning sounds like it makes a lot more sense than it really does. It's like
I just can't believe you accidentally went through a mile-long tunnel.
I mean, that's what people do. You accidentally
You're the first person I met.
You ever accidentally get in the shower and leave your towel in the room? It's equivalent to the same
How is
thing.
that?
It's a lapse in
It's the worst analogy I've ever heard.
You know what I mean? Like
Wait, leave your towel where?
in the room, in the other
Well,
room.
we keep the towels in the bathroom all the time.
Right, then you never have to worry about that problem. I'm sorry. Some of
You
us
don't keep the
have
towels in your bathroom?
Let's say if you have to take a towel in the bath. Let's say in some parallel universe where people don't keep their towels in the bathroom. Right? You go, you say, I'm gonna wash my ass. You go in there, you get in the shower, then you realize, fuck, where's my towel? I'm sorry, it's not a money situation. It comes down to a lapse in judgment and saying, I just
why would you keep the towel in the bathroom the whole time so you never have that problem?
Because that doesn't help the analogy of driving somewhere. If I have the towel already in the room, the car is not always.
Forget about the car. Completely forget about the car.
That was the conversation.
I don't
with the
understand
car.
why you don't keep the towel in the bathroom all the time.
I keep my towels in the bathroom. I'm saying in the world where towels are not kept in the bathroom, at some point.
Oh, so you're making up a world.
Let's say we just came to the laundromat. All
right, no, I'm saying
just wash the towels.
Okay, you're making
the
up.
The towels have now been washed. So the towels aren't in there because all the towels have just been cleaned. And now you go and hop in the shower and you're like, fuck, all the towels are in the dryer. Since I do my laundry, I understand the concept. At some point, towels are not in the room they're supposed to be in.
You cleared it up. Holy shit.
I mean, you asked the question
No,
about
I know.
towels.
I just thought that you made up a world where people don't keep towels in the bathroom. I don't know.
In a world where people do their laundry, you have to bring the towels don't magically appear in the bathroom.
No. Okay, so wait a minute. You didn't add that. You just done the laundry. All right.
I'm going to need a flow chart.
Listen. I didn't know it was going to be this complicated to explain
Neither did
towel
I.
dichotomy. But hey, I guess it is.
No, okay, yeah. The towel, you took them out of the dryer. Okay.
The dichotomy of towels, they have to, if you clean them, they eventually have to go from.
So you take them in the bedroom
back
and fold them in the bedroom and then bring them in the bathroom.
Some people do. It depends on your system of towelage. I don't have a towel system. I'm just making up words because it's like I'm guessing that's the only way I can get through this towel situation. Not being towels, like if towels aren't like motherfucking like Clorox things, you just don't fucking rip them out.
All right. Okay, fine. Now I understand the car thing. Okay.
Yes.
I still can't believe Hannibal had 5 guys on set to be his hand models.
It was only one guy. It was 2, and then the hand guy ended up being me.
There were 2 guys.
It was
on
one
set.
guy there before me, and the day before that it was 2 other guys. But then they
Who were
was
all the
like,
light skinned guys?
who knows? They didn't get the job. And as soon as I showed up, they all turned. They all was like, "Fuck!" Because they all knew I got the job. As soon as they seen how dark I was, that was the saddest thing about it. And I've never hand modeled a day in my life, and probably never will.
It's like
again.
seeing James Earl Jones walk into a voiceover.
Fuck!
God damn it!
Oh, fuck! He's here. Yeah, that's what it is.
So, yeah, all right. That's great. I mean, you get more work out of that.
Nah, I don't give a fuck about that shit. That was the creepiest shit. It was
Hannibal
nice.
should have called Bill Cosby to see it.
Sir, you got to release the pills. No, I'm not releasing the pills.
Hannibal might be the reason. He was raping people for 40 fucking years. A young black comic might be the reason he does time. That's fucking great. That's unbelievable.
You know what's weird about that, man? Like my mom used to live around the corner from. They grew up in the same neighborhood, like he lived around the corner from her.
Yeah.
And it's like I asked her. I asked her. I was like, has Bill Cosby ever came back here? She was like, we've never seen him again since he left. It's like he goes on TV and he does the appearances, but he's never actually been back to his old neighborhood.
Well, but you want to get out of that neighborhood.
I mean, but if you're talking all this shit about, we got to fucking help each other and pull your pants up, it's like you'd expect somebody to at least come back once.
He's clearly a bullshitter.
That
was his slogan, right? His slogan was "Pull your pants back up."
Pull the
Maybe
pants
he's
up.
telling the girls that.
Pull your pants up.
I'm not talking to the young man of the community.
Pull your pants up.
I was talking to Janice Dickens.
I don't know, man.
He's gonna do time. You mean, he should have went back to the old neighborhood and raped a chick there for all time.
Give back to the community.
Yeah.
Fucking piece of shit.
I'm giving back my... I mean, he really is... He's going to be the most reviled. He went from the most loved to the most reviled guy. a serial, maybe the worst rapist ever in the history of the country.
But then that's also taken out. He literally admitted to what he did. His wife came out and said, which everybody ignored. Her
his wife's finally going, not supporting him.
But no, she is. She said she is going to support him, but she was like, he's a piece of shit. And the thing is, she said he is a piece of shit, but he's not a criminal. Which, if you by admittance, even the chick said he didn't force himself on him. He did what any dude at a fucking bar does when you keep giving him fucking drinks.
No, he didn't.
That's what he did, which is a piece of shit move.
He
He's
admitted
a
to
scumbag.
drugging them.
No,
Chris.
he didn't admit to drugging.
Yes, he did,
yeah,
Chris.
he did.
Listen. No,
Yeah,
that's what
absolutely
I hate what everybody's doing. Not that I don't agree with he's a piece of shit. Everybody's literally taking what he said.
Chris, he's
he
a
admitted
criminal.
he admitted to offering them something that they took. And then if you drugging somebody is putting it in the cup unknowingly, but fucking handing somebody something,
how do you know that?
is a big fucking difference. And everybody has admitted if everybody's so bent on
Chris,
reading,
don't
read the
Bill
fucking
Cosby.
paperwork. I'm not defending Bill Cosby. I'm saying facts.
Yes, you are.
No,
he's a criminal.
Don't change.
He's a rapist.
I'm literally saying facts. I don't give a fuck about Bill Cosby. Literally, my first story about Bill Cosby was saying I don't give a fuck about him because he never really did anything for his community, which is my mom's old community, which is a piece of shit and still dilapidated because he didn't do shit for him. Now, what I'm saying to you is, motherfucker, the fact says that from his side and the girl's side, they both said, I took the pills. He said, I offered the pills. Right. Now, I'm not defending, I'm saying he's a piece of shit.
Did the girls know what the pill was?
Yes.
No, a lot of the girls didn't say they knew it. A lot of the girls said that they just woke up.
Even with that, why are you taking pills out of somebody's hand and then
you're blaming the girls, Chris.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
Stop
you
taking
are.
the words out of my stop.
What did you just say? Why are you taking the?
Why are you? If somebody's offering you
Chris,
drugs,
the car story made more sense.
Well, if somebody's offering you,
well, because it's Bill Cosby. He said that it was an aspirin to one or two of the girls.
So you can tell me, you saying this, if you're gluten free and somebody says that has weed in it, you can say no. But if somebody offers you a pill, you have to take it.
Oh.
No, but there was a situation where
that sounds so out of context though.
You're just gonna keep yelling. Okay.
You can't offer someone ecstasy and
wrong.
say it's aspirin. You're not allowed to do that. You can't lie about what the pill is.
How about this?
Do it to somebody and see what happens.
Remember this statement. What about whatever happened is instead of fucking trying to point a blame at what happened after taking the drugs, how about we take it back an extra step and say maybe you shouldn't have took the fucking drugs.
Yeah,
that's
it's all
maybe.
Wow.
No. Oh, I'm sorry. So drugs have to be taken. Is that's a real question. Can everybody ask that? Do you have to take the drugs?
You're missing the point. Are you?
Put his mic back on.
But if you, thank you. If you think a woman she took the drugs, that gives you permission to rape her?
No. That's why I said to you, he's clearly a piece of shit.
But
he's
half the time the women
he's clearly a rapist.
He's clearly. We can't. The one fact that never was confirmed because of all allegation, we can say that the girls literally said the same thing. Well, he offered me this, I took it, and then he started making moves on me.
So basically, he gave them a way that they couldn't say no. Yes, they took it. They're stupid, and you deserve what you get in a way, but that doesn't mean a guy that gives you a drug so you can't say no, I can't finger you, fuck you, or whatever. This is a true story from my prom. Then it doesn't matter. That's rape. He gave her a drug, which she is fully responsible for taking, but all it did was prevent her from saying no.
Geno, the thing is, y'all are trying to force an argument on me.
No, and
I keep telling you, the reason why I'm not saying he didn't do that, I'm saying I don't know that as a fact.
Yes or no? Do you think would you charge him with rape?
The thing is, I'm not paid to think about what somebody possibly do.
He said it in the deposition.
No, in the deposition, he said he offered him a pill, and then after that, they assumed that when they said no, whenever they said no in the deposition, he walked away. He walked away. What the fuck? To be honest with you, what the fuck is the point of me being here if I can't say an opinion?
No,
I'm saying the question is if everybody has to agree with what I'm saying.
But why would you believe that part of what he said?
No, I'm not believing anything. The only thing I'm believing is the actual words I seen on the paper that they said that he said this and they said. I'm not filling in the blanks because it makes everybody comfortable. I'm sorry.
No,
that is what's being said to me. That is what's being said to me. I had to fill in the blanks.
I understand what you're saying, but if they're knocked out, he
Ryan's
doesn't have permission. Thanks. He doesn't have permission to just rape them.
And I agree with you. Stop trying to. The difference is between what I'm doing and whatever.
That's still a crime. It's not just being a shitbag.
I 100% agree with you. If that is determined to be the difference between what I'm doing and what everybody else is doing is they saying the statement is proven innocent to proven guilty, right? So what I'm saying is I'm leaving the benefit of doubt there. I don't know what happened in those rooms, so I can't fill in the blank because it fits the status quo what everybody is doing. I can choose to say I don't know, but if he did do it, he deserves to get punished the full way. The one fact I do know from the facts we have is he is a piece of shit. But the next step in that, after they find out the rest of the facts come out,
why is he a piece of shit?
Because he possibly could have done
it.
it.
Then you're calling him guilty until he's before.
No,
being proven.
and that's why. But
he's only a piece of shit if he raped them.
No, he's not. He's already a piece of shit because he's still the guy at the bar, if you ask me, who keeps edging on that extra drink, knowing that she can't fucking.
I'm the guy at the bar that edges on.
So that's why it hurts your feelings.
What does he do with his towels? I think that's what it comes back to.
Well, the other thing is, some of the times he offered the drugs, he lied about what it was. The woman would be like, "I have a headache," and he'd be like, "Take this. It's an aspirin." And then it was a Quaalude.
That's what I'm saying. That's all from actually what we.
But I agree with Chris there, Allie. No one made it. Like, here's a if I go, Allie, take this. It's an aspirin. Like, are you sure? But then that's.
But you're still lying. I mean, no, that's still mostly on you.
I don't. That's not actually.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Can I say this though? You just honestly, and I don't want to be a dick, but you kind of. That never happened. He literally in the thing. If you read this stuff, it literally said to him. The girl actually said, "I have a headache." He says, "I have this pill," and it was proven that the pill he always said he gave him was the pill he gave him, and they still took it. Like the thing is, people don't want to admit that he was honest about being a piece of shit, but for some reason, people can ignore the fact that Trump is being honest about being a piece of shit.
Nothing to do with Trump.
Whoa. You hear what the fuck you want. That's what I'm saying. You hear what you want. And
what did Trump have to do with it?
I'm saying that people just ignore things they don't want to hear. That's what I'm saying.
There we go. Now it's a party.
Deposition read that he said.
How about read the deposition?
The lawyer said, "Did you ever give them a pill without them knowing what it was?" And his lawyer turned to him and said, "Do not answer that question."
So that is not the same as answering. The thing is, you don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't like what you're doing. You're ignoring what I said. I didn't say that he didn't do it. I'm saying that the facts were, and that's why the lawyer said, "Don't answer the question." Y'all are making up facts that don't exist. The fact is, he didn't answer the question. So stop saying he said this. I'm saying the few questions he did answer was, when they asked me for this, I always told them what they were getting. And the women also said on their side was, when we asked them for something, we always knew what we were getting. So, and that's the thing that people are right now, like, they don't want to hear that.
I've never heard the women say that. I don't know what women said that.
It doesn't even matter if you give me a pill and like, hey, this pill's gonna knock you out, and I take it. It doesn't mean you can rape me.
Do you want to know the reason why I can say he's a confirmed scumbag? Because do we know the one fact that nobody's bringing up?
He's black.
That he's been cheating on his wife for over fucking 4 decades, and that makes him a piece of shit.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yes, that's why I can say for a fact he's a scumbag. Because he's been cheating on his wife, and that's.
But I don't think that makes him a scumbag. If I get with a woman that she says she knew what was going on, if I get with a chick and be like, "Hey, look, I'm gonna fucking cheat on you," I'm not a scumbag. I'm an honest guy.
But let's think about this: Bill Clinton was impeached for getting his dick sucked. But we don't ignore that.
He was impeached for lying about it.
No, he was impeached for getting his dick sucked.
It was for lying about it. But
either way, Bill Cosby didn't lie about shit, and right now.
He definitely did.
He didn't lie. You want to know why he didn't lie? Because his lawyer told him not to say shit.
So you're saying he didn't lie because he didn't have to lie.
I'm saying to you this. He is a piece of shit confirmed. We know that for a fact. He's a piece of shit.
Why is he a piece of shit?
Let's let the law.
Why is he a piece of shit? I'm asking you what
because he was cheating on his wife over 4 decades.
But if she knew about it, he's not a piece of shit.
No,
if he gets with a woman,
Cheating.
She knew about it.
Cheating.
Whether it's cheating or raping, if I get with a chick and say, look, I'm going to fucking cheat on you, and she's like,
how come it's so much easier?
She's a scumbag for saying, I'll be in a fake marriage where I can just take your fucking money and be famous. And she's a scumbag.
And do you hear the difference of what I'm saying?
I'm sorry.
No, what I'm saying here is you're basing everything off the emotions you feel because of what you want to imply happened. I'm basing all my emotions based off what we know as facts. What we know as facts is he's a piece of shit that would give women things and then take advantage of them slightly. You know what I mean?
Slightly? Whoa.
No. This again, using strictly the facts. That's what we know from the facts. Also, we know that he was cheating on his wife over 4 decades.
But some women claim they just had a drink and then all of a sudden were passed out. I mean, he was putting pills in the drink. They weren't taking the pills.
From what we know from facts, I'm going off of that.
I don't like. You're going one word against the other. You're saying what you know from one side versus the other. That's not a fact.
It's not one side. I'm only using the information they gave.
So for you, it's a fact that every woman knew that Bill Cosby was handing them a pill, even though half the women said that they
I'm
put it in
saying
the
I'm
drinks?
only using the words that were given. I'm not implying anything because nobody can comprehend the concept of saying just use the words on the page and nothing else. And that's why that's why his lawyer is winning this thing when she's
winning. Really, I'm not following that close.
No, yes, his fucking lawyer is killing it right now, and that's why she's winning because people can't understand the concept of just using the words on the page. Do I think that his lawyer should be? I want him to fucking lose. I think he's a piece of shit. That's what I'm saying to you. But I'm saying to you based off the facts given and the words on the page, because that's what people. I know in your world that you think if you say it's fact. Once something hits the words on the page, then it becomes fact in this world.
But when the girls testified that he said they were herbal pills for her headache, and then they turn out to be Quaaludes. Does that make a difference?
It will make a difference as long as his lawyer can not prove that. Like, it's fucked up. The world we living in is a piece of shit. And that's what I'm saying. Y'all are arguing with me because I'm just saying it differently. I agree with you. I just can't hop on the bandwagon before it's proven. I want this shit to be proven first, so that way I can be like, I can confirm that he definitely is a piece of shit.
I'm just looking at your hands this entire time, just like those are million. And he's really waving them around too. He's really
I hit him on everything.
He's
gloating. He's gloating.
Very just highfalutin in my face, making his point and waving his
gloating.
hand.
You're right.
Touching it directly should.
I just think you're I don't think you can. I think the fact that this is just my take on it. I think the fact.
What's Geno's
I had
pick?
time to concentrate with my mic off. Daddy was in a timeout. I think you're saying he's a scumbag, but by saying you're a scumbag, you're implying you're either saying because he cheated on his wife, which we know he didn't because the word said his wife knew, which makes his wife kind of like just a gold digger. I said digger. I don't know why you made that face, Ryan. Makes his wife a gold digger because she's like, yeah, I'll be in a fake marriage as long as I can be the wife of Bill Cosby. So you can't call him a scumbag for that. You can call him an honest, open, friggin' freewheeling fella for that. But if you really still think he's a scumbag, then you believe he fucking raped these women because no means no, but silence also means no.
Don't imply and take shit I said out of context.
I didn't. I told you. I very pedagogically walked you through why I thought not a pedophile.
Because you ignored the first story I told about
What was the first story? Well,
about my mom living right around the corner from me. He never came back and gave shit to his own.
Dude, I know where your mother lives. You don't have to tell me that. Jesus Christ.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's why.
Talk about going through a tunnel on purpose.
Piece of shit. That's why. And that's why I'm saying you knew. I just don't feel him as a person. Like his,
I think I agree with you there.
It's like his vibe is off, but on top of that, if you want to ask me to emotionally react at all, it's just that he's a piece of shit because his moral compass is horrible and in a fucking shitty place. That's why. Aside from that, give me some more facts.
Let me ask you I'm going to ask you a question. Excuse me, and I want a yes/no answer. Mm-hmm. Okay? Do you think any of the woman he penetrated either with his finger or his Cosby
Any of the woman. You said one woman.
Do you think I said any of the women? I'm asking. Do you think because one is all it takes? Okay. Do you think any of the women that he gave do you think any of the women that said yes, I'll take this pill, thinking it was aspirin, regardless of what it was, and passed out? Do you think any of those women were penetrated by some part of Bill Cosby without their knowledge?
I don't know.
Wow. So you're lying to me.
No, I said I don't know. I wasn't in the room.
I do.
No, you know what you think.
I know. That's exactly it.
But I don't know.
But I didn't ask.
No. The thing is with me, this is what I'm trying to tell you.
Allie, I'm going to ask Allie.
I just don't. If somebody asks me, Geno, and this is the thing, you know how honest I am, if somebody asks me, Chris.
I don't know after that tunnel car
Chris,
story.
do you think,
I believe, actually.
I think, Geno.
The only one on your side.
Chris, do you think that Geno, and this is, let me say something. Do you think that Geno,
drinks too much?
Let's say drinks too much. I would say, I don't know. Ask Geno. Like, why the fuck do
you would say? Watch this. Do you think I drink too much, Ryan?
Yeah.
See, there you go. Allie, do I drink too much?
Yeah.
And again, that's the difference between me and them because on this podcast numerous times, over there, Artie has asked, well, don't you think that Geno has a drinking problem? I said, I don't know. Ask fucking
Geno.
But
in the back of your head, just like the Cosby thing.
Doesn't matter what's in the back of my head.
Right, there's other ways to figure that out, though. There's a million people you can ask. You can't just, you don't have to just go into Geno's head.
Well, you can look at him. You can look at him.
Yes.
But just like smell him. You can smell him.
But just like in court, I'm showing you.
You can look at the yoga shirt he's wearing for no reason.
I just think it's amazing that Janice Dickinson.
He's wearing a Lululemon shirt.
I am with thumb holes.
Yeah,
Daddy's got the thumb holes today.
All I'm saying to you is this is what I'm not trying to say that I'm saying as proof of person and concept. I've never been one to jump to conclusions about anybody. I let people prove to me who they are. That's just that's the weird, crazy thing about me. I don't give a fuck about you.
You become a hand model and you become this. You're just afraid to take a side.
But it's just smart to listen to something people say.
Exactly. Why imply when I can just hear you? I don't have to imply. I listen to you talk, and you tell me what the fuck you're doing.
And I've listened to you. I just disagree with you, but
it's amazing to me that it's so hard for people to get on the women's side. Like Janice Dickinson was saying for 25 years that it happened, and it took 50. She's so crazy that it took 50 women before anyone listened.
She's the last person you'll believe.
It was funny.
But that's what I mean.
Now, this is me taking it from a different angle. Now, if you want to say to circumspect thing, now Janice Dickinson being crazy 20 years ago, right? She said 20 years ago she's a different person. Now, if you want to use psychology, obviously something happened to her that was traumatic. Now, if you want me to say, Chris, what do you think happened in terms of Cosby and Janice Dickinson? I would say I think something that happened because the track record of how her brain operates now alludes that something traumatic happened to her. That's when you use
No, but that's where you can say you can use someone's being crazy against them. But
I
still
think
bad shit happened to her.
We're looking at her being crazy now. At one point, she wasn't crazy.
Oh, you think Cosby made her crazy?
I would say that if you accuse somebody, I'm saying this now and put it in context because this is also keeping y'all from getting sued the way I'm phrasing stuff too. But put it in context. If you are a woman. Which she is
a woman, actually.
Allie Breen.
Ryan, you want to weigh in on that?
If you were a woman.
If you were a woman.
He's not going to take anyone else's word.
In all honesty, that is such a compliment because he sees you as a comic. He's like, trust me, if Sheba Mason was there, he'd be like, if you were a comic, I mean...
No,
did I say that out loud? I love having people lose in this game.
But no, I'm saying if you were a woman and something like that traumatic happened to you, it does, and you keep telling everybody it happened. They keep telling you shut the fuck up, and then you slowly go crazy.
Yeah.
If you are a male, in the same way, and something like that happened to you, or you're maybe molested or something, you told people about it, and they deny it, you slowly mentally break down, and that's what I'm saying to you. If we can get old footage of Janice Dickinson before the allegations, and then watch after. That would probably tell more of the story.
What do you mean if? We got computers.
But I'm going to do my plugs. I got to get out of here. I gotta
if
go do
someone could find...
a way to find her back in the day. Yeah, you can go back and look at how she was back then, too. I mean, I'm sure... I don't get your point. You're saying that Cosby's the one who fucked her up over time?
I can't say that because I wasn't in any room, but I can say that something happened to her.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's what I'm saying.
It could have been.
Well, we're out of time. We're going to have to take a break. What are your plugs?
I got to go. I'll be everywhere. I'm also doing next
You look
Thursday.
Great. Just tell us how much weight you lost. You do not want to jinx it. Oh, you're not even looking?
I really never look. If I look, every time I look, I gain weight back.
Chris, where can we see your hands next?
Listen, my hands are all over the place.
I don't want to see your act. I want to see your hands.
Oh, God.
But no, seriously.
Wait, there they are. They're in my back pocket. My wallet's gone.
At Cotton 215 on all social media. Cotton 215 Center City Comedy. Podcast Center City
Maybe you should change it from your weight now. Maybe you should make it Cotton 216.
You piece of shit.
I should have went down. I fucked that up. Cotton 205. Cotton 205.
Yeah.
And,
fuck, I just didn't.
And what else? And I also be on the Gavin McGinnis show every Thursday. So check that out. I'll talk to y'all.
All right, we'll be back. Isn't that what you say?
We're back. So how did the Cosby discussion end?
I believe the whites voted guilty, and Chris Cotton said, "I'm not going to say guilty."
What was his argument? That
I didn't catch it.
The women voluntarily took the pills, so therefore it's their responsibility. Whatever.
So in other words, it say on the bottom, on the back of the pill box with the prescription instructions. If a guy fucks you, that's your fault.
It's on you.
If you pass out and a world famous comedian puts his cock in your ear, it's on you. Don't be calling lawyers.
Don't be a whiny little twat about it.
I mean, yeah. How does he explain the way that he fucks them when they're asleep?
Carefully.
Should they have expected that?
No, he did say that he thought he was a piece of shit for that, but he thought it wasn't a crime
No,
for some reason.
That's the crime.
No.
That is the crime. Exactly.
It's not a crime until he does that.
It's a nap up until that point.
Yeah.
He was upset that Bill cheated on his wife.
Yeah.
That's what made him a piece of shit.
How did he steer it to Trump and then when Clinton did it? Are you? Stop it.
That was, he said you only hear what you want to hear, and then he brought up Trump. I didn't understand any of that. That made no sense.
Look at Artie.
You mean he brought up a white guy who might have raped him? Yeah. Well, anyway. Listen. You don't understand. If you want to understand how OJ got off, look at that documentary that interviews the jurors, and you'll understand.
They're just terrified.
No.
Oh, I thought you meant they were
retarded.
Oh, okay.
DePaulo as a joker is like, yeah, all I got to do as a defense attorney is make one of those people on the jury have reasonable doubt. You got 4 degrees from Harvard going up against a maid from the Red Roof Inn.
I love that. I love that.
5 guys with degrees from Harvard. The maid from the Red Roof Inn. He made me think reasonable doubt. No, I won't say. I'll put it this way. Here's my imitation of the jurors getting interviewed. It didn't fit.
Wow.
Motherfucker. They didn't say motherfucker, but I ad-libbed that.
Do you think that crime story that's coming on about O.J. Simpson, what's that on Fox American Crime Story?
What about it?
I think that's going to be like good, worth watching. It's got a great cast.
I'll
it's
definitely
like,
watch it.
Oh,
Like-
it's not a documentary. It's a.
it's a series, right? And it's like Cuba Gooding is OJ, and who's Johnny Cochran?
Travolta. I thought Travolta was in it.
Yeah, no, Travolta is
Travolta's
the
not
dead
OJ.
Kardashian dude.
Travolta is Khloe Kardashian.
He's Bruce Jenner plays 3 different characters. And who plays Johnny Cochran? Another like really good black actor. I can't think who it is though. No, it's like a
I
series.
hope it's a black actor.
Yeah, colored fella, really talented. But it looks interesting. I definitely.
What's that on?
That's going to be on. I think it's on Fox.
FX, yeah.
FX. Thank you.
Was the documentary good? Did the documentary say that he was obviously guilty?
Oh yeah, but they just lay out the facts. I mean,
Because wasn't DNA like 1 in 200 million or something that he did? Like it was a complete.
there was blood in his car.
He had a
It was
bag.
everything.
He had a
yeah.
bag filled with money and a
Right.
wig.
Did the
rhyme.
waiter? Did a waiter you never met shave in your car?
I think that's a security question at the airport since 9/11.
Did a waiter who worked at a restaurant that you've never been to, and the waiter you never met, try to kill himself in your car?
But kill a woman first next to him. Yeah.
Do you know who plays Robert Kardashian in this movie?
Travolta.
No. David Schwimmer.
Oh, that's
I'm
right.
glad he's getting work.
Wow.
Travolta's in it too, though, right?
He is.
Who's he playing?
Robert Kardashian plays the guy who hid the knife.
Oh, he plays Shapiro. Travolta plays Shapiro.
Yes.
Okay.
You're right.
Yeah.
But it's who plays Johnny Cochran if it's up because it's just bugging me.
Courtney B. Vance.
Oh,
he's
Courtney B.
great.
Vance. Yeah, he was the
I
guy
never
from
heard of
fucking.
him.
No, he was the black cop in. I loved Law. He was the captain in Law and Order: Criminal Intent.
Oh,
I always liked that show because it was like a.
There's so many people on that show. I don't know who. Yeah, I don't
but
know
he's
who-
perfect. He's perfect.
Was he law or order?
He was order.
Well, he was order. Okay.
Because he used to be a
Because
short
law and
order cook.
Yeah. I mean, again, how many times are we going to go over this? When I first moved to LA in 1995, I drove from. He had 45 minutes to kill her and get to the airport. I drove in midday traffic. I drove from his house to her condo. It took me 4 minutes in midday traffic. Guilty.
Jesus.
Did anyone do that? Does it take me?
You blew the lid off that thing,
4
Artie.
fucking minutes it took me in a rental. Because and at like 11 o'clock at night, they said he had 45 minutes to get there and get the plane. How do you go to Chicago after you decapitate 2 people? What a monster.
Maybe you're
Holy
craving-
shit.
you're craving-
You fucking take 2 people's heads off. You get on a plane to Chicago and you go to a board meeting for Hertz.
You're craving a little deep dish.
How do you fucking concentrate? Yeah, we should have more Ford Tauruses. Absolutely.
That's where he was going?
Can we get a wash? Can we get a wash off a waiter's blood break?
Jeez. Is he
Oh, what? Oh, nothing. I said I want to say.
Can we get wash the blood of a waiter you never met out of your fingernails break?
Can we take a dead Jew DNA break? I don't know if we should do that.
Kardashian. As soon as Kardashian hid that knife, man, he damned his whole family.
Is that what he did?
Yeah.
that it was proven? They know that or how?
Well, he in the time where that might have logically the knife disappeared.
He was the only one who
He's on
could've-
tape. OJ's on tape giving him a bag.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I didn't remember that.
He's on tape giving him a bag. And he
Is
was-
OJ still in jail? He
Yeah,
is,
well,
right?
well, for
But that was-
something else.
I know, but
He's
when-
going to die in jail.
Is he?
Isn't?
in
No,
jail
he's
for
going to
that
get out.
long?
No, he's not. What is
Armed
it?
robbery. No,
Kidnapping,
For
too.
stealing his own stuff back, right? He
Yeah.
wanted, like his own sports stuff. I remember that.
The guy fucking tricked him.
Right.
The guy baited him into coming, and OJ. I mean, again, he's fucking crazy.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm glad. But then he was claiming he had cancer, so he was trying to get out of jail. I remember. I couldn't remember. He said he had like brain cancer. He was trying to get
Cancer gets you out of jail?
Yeah, sometimes I think.
Get you out of a
It didn't
lot
work
of
for
things.
Gotti.
I was just thinking that. I was like, didn't work for God.
They'll try
I got
it.
fucking cancer over here. What, I can't go to the club? The Gotti shit's great, too. The FBI tapes on Gotti. He was a degenerate gambler. First of all, what bookie makes Gotti pay?
Wow.
You know what I mean? You're not the boss of it if you got to pay a bookie. You got to go with order. You have to keep orders. So you have to pay.
Not law.
Seriously, you have to pay the book. Everybody pays the book. So he's the FBI has a wire in the Ravenite Social Club, and he's the only guy in the club, and the baseball scores come in, and he lost money. And Gotti yells out, "God is a fag!" Oh, it's fucking great. I mean, there's no evidence of that. He wasn't married. Jesus wasn't married. He fucked Mary Magdalene.
They say he might have been married to Mary Magdalene, and then the church, because they.
Who was not a whore, by the way.
No. The church tries to make women look bad.
Is that true?
That's a big, the part of the whole Da Vinci Code's theory is like, yeah, the Last Supper is
But
actually.
Da Vinci Code's a fiction. You know that, right?
Yeah, but like all the Dan Brown books, it's based on a lot of realistic stuff, and they say
Stuff in the Bible.
Right. If you look at the Last
But
Supper,
that's fiction too. You know.
it's an allegory. Okay, but they say the Last Supper that might be Mary Magdalene and not Saint Peter on his right.
Right.
It's like
She's
a
leaning
woman.
away, and the
Yeah.
V's a vagina. And all
Yeah, all that shit. And they're like, but the church is like so against women, like every organized religion is. So,
Well,
so they say, look, she was a whore. Because they don't want you to believe Jesus got married when they're trying to make all priests celibate.
What took down the mafia? Telling broad shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at what took down El
If
Chapo.
I could have a time machine and bring somebody back from the dead, I would get Carlo Gambino and I'd sit him down in front of the TV and make him watch an episode of Mob Wives. His head would fucking explode. When did we start telling broad stuff? They know enough to have a show? That guy didn't do a day. He didn't do a minute in prison, Carlo Gambino. He died an old man in his own fucking bed with $400 million underneath it.
Jesus.
You know why? He never said anything. Walked around. How you doing? Okay. Mafia? No. God, he's got to get a fucking $4,000 suit. Motherfucker.
His son was just on 60 Minutes.
Junior?
Yeah.
What, is he going away now?
They're trying to put him away.
He tried to have Curtis Lewa shot. Killed. That's the best. You got to be careful. I used to think about that on Howard. Like you talk about those stories on the air. People listen. I never talked about mob guys. If there's a mob guy in the fucking, I'd go, yeah, he's probably innocent.
Yeah.
You go, you think that? Yeah. No fucking way. First of all, it doesn't exist, the mafia. But if it did, they'd be a bunch of great guys.
Very generous. Very generous people.
When I worked at the port as a longshoreman, this guy, Chick Galante, he typical, he was a white, connected guy. And he was a scary guy. He didn't start working until he was 55. He got a job at the port. I said, why'd you start working at 55? He goes, to get away from my fucking wife. He gambled. He was a gambler. So cool. I left the port to do a comedy, and they all thought I was gay. He's going into the show business. What, you going to be an actor? Like who? Like James Caan or something? I go, yeah, if it works out. You're not, you know what I'm talking about. No, I'm fine. I go back and I had lost weight. I guess, I got in shape for a while. I don't know, take headshots and I got fat again. But he saw me, Chick sees me, he goes, what's the matter, you sick? I go, and I'm a starving actor now. He goes, you come down here, you always get a meal. Which was nice, very generous.
Sweet.
Very generous. The Chris Cotton and the Cosby thing is very disconcerting. He would not have stopped arguing that. He didn't think he broke the law.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
And he thought the thing that is against the law was when he didn't break the law. Everything else was fine. Well, you can't fuck a woman? Not if they're asleep. And you gave them something to cause them to be asleep.
But they took it.
Oh, wait, go back now. It's okay to take drugs? When did we start that argument? That's like F. Lee Bailey in the O.J. trial. All they tried to do was get Mark Furman to say he said the word nigger once. That's all the jury got to hear. That means he's racist and he could have planted evidence. That's all it was about. Yeah. And F. Lee Bailey, that's all he fucking did. His entire reason for being there. They hired F. Lee Bailey, paid him God knows what, to keep going to Mark Furman over and over again. Mr. Furman, answer the question. Did you say nigger? You never said nigger. Answer the question. Did you ever say nigger? No. 2 days of that. Finally, Furman goes, okay, I said nigger. Okay, fine. Bye. I'm done.
I gotta go.
I'm done with my question. And then Darden and that other one, fucking idiot. No further questions.
Marsha Clark.
How about asking what the fuck that has to do with anything?
Yeah, that's the thing, because in today's day, like with that Mike Brown thing, when they showed the video of him before the crime happened, they were like, you can't show that. That has nothing to do with the crime.
Yeah, that's completely irrelevant.
That's completely irrelevant. But yeah, the Mark Furman thing. They,
he almost killed the guy 2 minutes before he killed the guy.
We got into some discussions with Cotton about that, too, and I was like livid.
I've
had
fights with Keith about that one, too.
You see a guy being a bully, and then you're like, yeah, but 2 minutes later, the cops, when they said, get out of the street, he said, okay, officer.
What he did, the Korean deli guy was...
Damning.
It is because it's like, that kid took what he wanted.
Yeah. And then they show a picture of the kid in school and be like, he raised his hands. And then when they go to court,
graduation hat.
Yeah.
And if he didn't have a gun, they always put the graduation.
Yeah. I love that. And they're like, oh, he raised his hands and said, don't shoot.
He was going to college. Really?
Yeah.
You know what, I thought about mine. Mine would be so misleading too. Mine, I had to go to summer school to graduate. That's a summer school graduation that we had for two people. And I lost my robe. That's my buddy's robe. and I look like a fucking A student in it.
Yeah, you're lucky you have it though. If you commit a crime, that's what's going up.
Oh, believe me, a few lawyers have that a copy of that.
He was shoplifting with it 10 minutes later.
My probation officer. That's why I went to the Connecticut School of Broadcasting when I was 19. My probation officer said, "Look, man, you're not doing anything. You got to get an activity."
Is that the picture? Give me that.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's my buddy's robe.
I need to see this.
Were you here when I told that story?
Yeah.
Yeah. You never heard that story?
The mustache is better than the robe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's adorable.
I was that woman next to me.
What is the story, please? I apologize to the listeners that I had to
go to summer school to graduate from high school.
Right.
So I didn't go to the regular graduation. We weren't allowed to. There was like 80 of us.
You were banned to teach you a lesson.
There was 80 of us in the summer school. So a couple of summer school parents complained that we didn't go to graduation. So the fucking principal of the summer school gets us together and goes, "All right, listen, you scumbags have parents." He was so mad, Mr. Petracco. He goes, "Listen, we're going to put out a piece of paper. If you sign the piece of paper, we'll have a graduation for you. If you don't want it, don't sign it, right? Because we don't have time for it. Whatever. Real fucking gentle." So he goes, all right, I'm gonna leave and you sign. Nobody signed the piece of paper. So me and my buddy Danny said, "What if we're the only two people that signed the paper? Will they have a graduation for just the two of us?" So we signed the paper.
Oh my
just
God.
the two of us, and they had to have a graduation for us. They were afraid they'd get sued.
That's fucking great.
Wow.
But just to show off that mustache, have you tweeted that picture out? Throwback
yeah,
Thursday?
no, because
I am angry that because you're the only feed other than mine that I go into and I'll retweet stuff. Everything else like
the principal had to come up from down the shore. It was just me and my buddy.
middle of summer?
Yeah,
That's great.
he had a tan. He had a half a tan. So I lost my robe. I lost my robe. So the whole ROTC had to come. It was amazing.
Wow.
My father didn't take off work to come. My mother barely came. My sister and my mother. There's 3 people in the auditorium. Auditorium had 200 people. And I bought that's my buddy's robe. When the guy gave us our diploma, he was so mad. This is how he goes, "Here."
I never heard that story.
Here.
I fucking love that story.
And that's the picture. That's my graduation picture.
That's great.
And that woman, look at how pale she is. Look at how pale that woman is.
I like the guy had to come up from the beach with half a tan.
Yeah. He was
I would love to be a fly on the wall in that car ride up this motherfucker.
Yeah.
So fucking mad.
Fucking half a retard.
My buddy Danny McGrath, I sat a foot from, you'll love this story. I sat a foot from in summer school. The first hour of summer school, you had to sit and not look at anybody, and you couldn't make any noise. I was a foot from. And this black kid, Scott Russell, and Dan used to throw shit at each other, food. So we sit down for half a second. A pretzel hits Dan's face. I'm sitting. I'm listening. Pretzel hits his face with mustard on it. A streak of mustard goes across Dan's face, and now he looks like he's got a fucking mustard across.
Looks like David Bowie.
Looks like an Indian. Yeah. That picture. Like 30 seconds go by, and he goes, "Fucking Shine hit me with a pretzel." That's what he said to me.
Oh, Shine is a great word.
By the way, he became a cop. Wow. Hand to God.
Shine hit me with a pretzel.
Yeah. And I'm like, "Dad, don't do anything. Just forget about it." He goes, all right. He was getting madder and madder. The mustard was on his face the whole time. I couldn't stop fucking laughing. So Scott Russell gets up to go to the bathroom. Dan, methodically put whole pieces of notebook paper in his mouth, like about 10 of them, and created a spitball that was the biggest spitball I ever saw in my life. And it was wet still.
Of course.
Russell was 4 feet from us. He got up. By the way, Dan was 4th in the country in javelin throwing in the Junior Olympics. From 4 feet away, he throws a wet spitball the size of a fucking iceberg at Scott Russell's neck. It hits his neck and makes a whap. Ah! Like it hit a blackboard. And it just he had welts on his neck. We all get thrown out. We lose breaks. We got to go to office detention because Dan threw the fucking spitball at him. He had to be selfish. And then he got expelled.
But still, you graduated.
Yeah, we graduated.
You have the picture.
I like to say I graduated 3rd in my class in August of 1980. Yeah. Terrible. I never took anything seriously. Were you a good student, Geno, in high school?
I wasn't smart. I was a great student.
You were. What do you mean you weren't smart?
I think there's a difference. I got great grades. I graduated.
Yeah, the difference?
I graduated 2nd in my high school out of.
Did you really?
Out of 50 students, it was a small
That's
prep
not bad.
school.
Second.
Right.
I was number 480 out of 510.
And even in college, I graduated with honors in business. But I was always good at partying and then studying for the stuff and doing great on the
Well,
test. The next day,
that's-
not remembering anything.
From what I'm told, I didn't go, but from what I'm told, that's the key to college. You got to party.
Well, no, but here's what I'm saying. Like, when I got done, I was thrilled to get done. There was never a day in my life. Like, smart people like, okay, now I got to go to law school and I want to, not law school, but medical, and I want to friggin' do this.
Well, not with a business degree. You're not going to medical school.
Exactly. That's what. So, did I do well in school? I did great in school, but I wasn't some guy that went on to like.
But do
my
you
brother
feel
went to
you
grad
could,
school
but
and
do you
became
feel
a
you
teacher.
could have done like when you major in business, what do you go into? I mean,
Well, I was gonna, but this is the thing. I was gonna major in communications because I always wanted, and this is like how things always catch up with you. But you know, it's like you always said about my mother, my little Eugene, you're too smart to do that. So she's like, go to school for something else. So I'm like, I'll go for business.
Right.
And then when I get bored, I'll change my major. But it was so easy.
You were
Like
doing-
the classes were so easy, and the
and
drinking
what'd you
was so
put
much
when
fun.
you got out? You were just like, what'd you want to be a comedian?
What? No, when I graduated with business. So I got a job. This is old Delaware story. I graduated from University of Delaware. So I'm in Delaware, and I'm like, well, let me get a job at a bank because I have a business degree. And I was still bartending at the time.
That's what you do. You work at a bank with a bank.
And
I
I got a job at Chase Manhattan Bank, but like I tell everyone, because you're in New York, people think bank, it's Wall Street. No, and I swear I'm not trying to be funny. It was like office space. I was in a cubicle. I was working on reports, and I did it for 5 years, and I got so bored. And that's when I started doing stand up. And after 7 years, I'm like,
Wait, you're
fuck
not
it.
trying to be funny right now, right? Because I would have laughed out of courtesy.
No, I'm not at all.
Okay, good.
Seriously. And then, like, after it was like 1997. I lost both my parents, and then you reassess your life. And
that's rough.
I'm not going to die in this fucking cubicle. Backpack through Europe, then fucking start bartending and just telling dick jokes. 2001, I'm here. What did I do well in school? Did great. Am I a genius? No.
How often have you rehearsed that? But I'm Barbara Walters.
You're a jerk. You're just a big bully. That's all you are. That was very funny. You're a dick.
So I understand.
Did I call you Barbara?
At what point do you backpack through Europe? Is this Geno Bisconti in a rare moment not trying to be funny?
I love in those moments when I walk right into a door that is already Well, Barbara, I mean Artie, God damn it. Were you smart in school?
I'm sure she was.
I did pretty well in school.
You're embarrassed to admit it. You did very well in school. You're
I did pretty
ashamed
well
of
in
how
school.
intelligent you are.
You know what's weird though? I was thinking when you were telling your story about summer school, I did gymnastics when this is elementary school going way back.
Before you got so fat?
But yeah, exactly. Before I got huge.
Yeah, when'd you put on all the weight?
But in the,
When did you let yourself go, Breen?
but listen to what happened in the 6th grade. If you did the best, like we had tournaments or whatever.
By the way,
if
we
you
should
were
say this is
best-
Allie Breen. We didn't do this properly, did we? Allie
Yeah.
Breen is a comedian, and happy to have her on the show for the first time from Boston. And go ahead. I just want
Thank
to make
you.
sure we properly
No, I
did that.
appreciate
Yeah.
it. So when you did well, like I won whatever our gymnastics tournament or whatever, your prize was you got to go out on. Our gym teacher had a boat. And
this
you would
is
get
what
to
they-
go out.
Wow.
I know you would get to go out with him for like the afternoon on his boat and have like a barbecue.
No
and all
kidding.
That stuff. Yeah.
Oh my God! You went. I went to a
Have
different
Cosby.
school.
Have a Cosby party.
Where'd you grow up? A suburb of Boston?
It was Arlington.
Arlington. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I went on my gym teacher's boat.
Was he like? Did he like walk around in shorts and all creepy, or
I
in
mean, he
hindsight?
did-
How does
no,
he
I
back?
think it was
Your
creepy.
prize is my boat. No, the second prize is my boat. What's first prize? You'll see it when you get on the boat.
That's a dinghy.
First prize is on the boat.
It's first prize is on the boat where no one can hear you scream. What? That's weird. That is. Are you kidding me?
No, not at all. And it wasn't. I mean, it was every year. It was like other people went on the boat before I did.
Wow.
It was a big
That's
deal.
impressive.
Yeah. Isn't
That
that,
is-
can you
Did he kill
imagine?
2 birds with one stone? Or did he go for lobster and try to make money? That
it's
is
a whole-
what a cool thing to do.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, it would never happen in this day. and age.
And then where'd you go to college? You
I got
stay
to
in
bring my
Boston?
best
Did you
friend.
stay in Boston for college? I mean, there's some ton
No.
of colleges up there.
I went to Springfield College and then I transferred to UMass. And
Oh,
then
that's
I did,
in Amherst.
Minutemen.
in Amherst, yeah, that was
My
a party
buddy
school.
went there. Oh my God, I visited him there. Oh my God.
It's yeah.
Oh, that was a party nonstop.
Yeah, you.
I didn't
Wouldn't have
open my
survived.
bag.
Yeah.
My bag that I brought, I did not open it the entire time.
You were just
You
drunk.
just got whisked away.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
That's
all
great.
these different.
I had sex with a Puerto Rican security guard.
At
She
UMass?
wasn't a student. Yes, she was a security guard.
Yeah, it's a crazy school. It was a fun place though. And then I did what you did. I did a bunch of study abroad programs. So I left for a while, and then
You backpacked.
I didn't. Yeah, I kind of. It was like a program where we kind of backpacked through
That's
Europe
amazing.
and Southeast Asia.
I never had any experience like that.
It was fun.
Well, yeah, but you probably don't get me wrong. I didn't do it for like a year. I did it for like I think 1 month, 27
With
days.
who?
Nice.
Alone. That was like the point of
By
it.
yourself, you were?
The point. It's actually. I'll.
Were you annoying back then?
No, I was such a pain in the ass. I've always been overly enthusiastic.
Did you ask anybody to go?
No. Well, the reason I went was
You asked how many people did you have to go?
no one. In fact, no one knew I went.
It's Geno, Tony. Is the backpacking thing? Have you thought about it? That's a no. Okay.
Do another one.
Hello, Andrea. It's Geno. Yeah, I'm gonna Mr. Major in business. Yeah. I don't know. I'll probably work at the bank. Listen.
Do one more.
Hello, Mom. Aunt Olga? You can't go, huh? It takes that long to make up a deal. With broccoli?
Maybe I'll stay.
What am I going to do? I don't know. Yeah, backpack. Yeah, business probably. I got in, the University of Illinois. I was second. 50. LOL.
I will tell you. You make a joke, but Aunt Olga.
Is it okay if I live with you in 2015? Is it okay if I live with you in 2015?
See, this makes the whole first hour and a half worth it for me.
Hello, I know you're my best friend and you're thinking about becoming a bookie, but I think we click with jokes. If I'm going to tell a joke to a chick in Europe, can I call you? I'm sorry.
Don't be. Oh, I went alone. No one knew I went, but it was because I wanted to be.
You went right back in.
Well, you gonna do more?
No, go ahead. I mean, throughout the entire time we know each other.
Dude, I'll tell you though, and you'll appreciate it. And Olga, to this day, and this has nothing to do with it, but I thought of it when you said second. To this day, because I went to this small prep school in South Jersey. It's called St. Augustine Prep. It's huge now.
Oh, you did? You went to prep school? Wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And whoever got the highest grade in the class got a free ride to Villanova, right?
No shit.
This guy.
How long of a ride is there? Are there tolls?
Now, if I tell that joke, you say it's not funny, and I think it's hysterical.
Did you tell that joke? You told that joke.
See, you made it about me being not funny.
Over the last, no, I know. Over the last, you must have told that joke. I'm sorry.
But to this day, I should have graduated first in my class. My Aunt Olga believes because she's such a bullheaded Italian, and she tells the story like it happened yesterday, and it happened 86, so it happened fucking 30 years ago. And you know how they get. She'll bitch about. You could call her right now. She'll bitch like, and they screwed my nephew over. He should have been number one in the class and got a free ride to Villanova.
Wait,
but they gave it to
you missed a Jew.
A German, and his name's Mark Muller. Mark Muller.
I went the wrong way there.
Swing and a miss,
I mean the opposite. Jesus.
And he didn't come.
A Jew German.
He didn't transfer there till the junior year. So she's like, after 2 years, they gave it to and she says the name wrong, of course, Mueller. She's like, so they gave this German boy Mueller the number one, and he got and she thinks this is where it all went wrong. And then Eugene had to go to Delaware.
Oh.
But if you ask her to tell the story, I've filmed her saying it and sent it to my buddy. He actually listens, my buddy, but I'll just bring it up.
Yeah.
I'll be like, because I went to Delaware because I graduated second, and she will. You know how they get, Artie. Oh, let me tell you, and she'll talk to her straight. Let me tell you about that goddamn school. I haven't given them a penny since because the anger, like it happened an hour ago. It's 30 years ago. She will tell you tomorrow like it happened. She loses her mind. That's that Italian.
I thought Mueller was Mooley at first, too. I went the wrong way.
Mueller. It'll probably, in another 10 years when she's still alive, God bless her, and still telling the story.
So you missed a free ride to Villanova, full scholarship.
Place.
Yeah.
By one rank at
I was
50
my
rank.
4.02 GPA. He had a 4.05.
Oh, my God.
How does it even exist that there's that
Because
agreement between the school and Villanova?
Oh, because St. Augustine Prep is a Jesuit.
Oh, gotcha.
It's a Catholic Jesuit, yeah. So
Okay.
and
Was there something nefarious going on?
No, there was nothing. But if you ask Aunt Olga, it was everything.
Wow.
It was everything. And who knows? I wouldn't be here with you guys.
Danny,
so thank God.
Danny, it's Geno again. I got you for a no on Europe. Did you think about that other thing? Yeah, running things is better. But isn't running? You understand what I mean by running? Okay, all right, whatever. Fuck you. You're an asshole too. And it looks like it's going to extend into 2016. But by then, I'll have another apartment.
It's all coming together.
So did you meet anybody there like that you stayed friendly with on a?
I met a ton of people, and I'm still friends with them on Facebook. But we grew
Really?
apart. But it was and the reason I went because my mother passed away. I wanted to be in Venice a year to the day to the minute that she passed away.
That's hard, but isn't that was that hard on you though emotionally? I
It
don't know if I
was.
could do something like that.
It was, but it's a great story because I was miserable for that 1 year. I was so
Why, was Venice important to her, or like?
It was like her favorite. We had a picture in our living room, and it was called the Bridge of Sighs, which I don't know if you know. The Bridge of Sighs is when they had the Inquisition or
Yeah.
whatever. They'd walk over that bridge before they killed them, and it was
Right.
so it was called the Bridge of Sighs. So that was my mother's favorite place. So a year to the day, to the moment, I wanted to be there and drink a Manhattan because that was her favorite drink,
God.
and it was cathartic because our favorite song, the song I hummed to my mother on her deathbed. I know that sounds like the girl from Ipanema.
Right.
There's bands in Piazza San Marco, and at 12 o'clock, I ordered the Manhattan, and at 12:01, they started playing The Girl from Ipanema. And I got chills,
Wow.
and there was this moment where my mother was there saying, what she always said, "You're an idiot. Why have you been miserable this whole time? I've been here the whole time, and you're acting like an asshole." And it was like, and I called my brother, and I had a rose, I threw it in, and I saved 3 petals, one for me, one for him, one for Aunt Olga, who to this day will tell you I got fucked by St. Augustine Press.
That's a romantic, that's a big thing.
And then I just went to Amsterdam and got drunk and banged some hooker in the red light. But it was great. It was amazing. But that's it. And now I do this.
A year to the day my father died, I went to the golf course and called a guy a fag.
Did you yell
he thought
God?
golfers were fags.
Did you call God a fag?
He would
Because
get
you
mad
missed
if
the
golf was on TV. Are you watching this fags porn? I go, I don't know. Are you being closed-minded, Dad? I think a lot of them have wives and kids.
What would he have said about Tiger Woods? She's probably hated Calvin Pete.
Oh God, I did. The most racist joke I ever heard in my life is about Tiger Woods. I'm going to preface this. The most racist joke I ever heard.
Good, because say it slowly because I'm doing it tonight at LOL.
Well, I said this on Howard, and he got mad after I said it. I said, listen, I prefaced it. I said to you, because it's startling. Okay, why is his first name Tiger?
Why?
His mother's from Thailand, and his father's a nigger.
Wow. Oh.
See? I told you.
I'm the kind of guy who'd be like, really?
I told you.
No, Gene.
I'll never forget.
Right, because it's right.
I'll never forget what I said when I heard that. I said, Ma, could you just make dinner? We have to have joke time before dinner. No, yeah, that is it's startling.
Wow.
That's the kind of joke if you tell in your old neighborhood, they're going to be like, really?
By the way, a cop in Plainfield, New Jersey told me.
I was just going to ask you, Tony.
Yeah, a cop.
Wow, of course.
But no, to that is
Every terrible story you have involves a cop that you know.
I told that to Mad Dog Russo on the air, and he's so uptight. I said, you don't want me to tell it? He goes, tell it, guy. I want to tell that. Because I don't know the producer. I don't know. It's Artie from Stern. You don't want him to tell that. Because tell it, but tell. I told it. He goes, there's a long pause after I say Nick. Long pause. He goes, wow. Because that is a brutal oof. That is the most racist joke I've ever heard. Because it's really startling.
That happened to me. I did a joke at Caroline's once, and it was like a racist joke, and they're so uptight there. And it bombed, and there's
yeah, you're uptight at that joke.
Oh, it bombs, and there's silence, and you just hear comedian Vince August. It doesn't, but you just hear him from off stage. You go, wow,
yeah,
and it echoes through, and it's like, I lose it laughing like that. It's like, wow.
If it ends with the N word. Because the N word is startling, it's a startling word. Especially now. You don't think someone's going to have the balls to say it in any context. It's like when a really dark-skinned black guy kisses a white chick. It's startling.
Artie?
I'm sorry. How long do you have friends from? Who'd you go to Europe with, Allie?
I went with a group of students. It was weird.
So you knew people.
Yeah, so I knew it was like a group of 20 people and 4 professors.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
so did any of them have a boat? I was gonna say the guy with the boat. I'll meet you at the Amalfi Coast.
We're all explaining. Dan's like, I don't have a mic.
It's a reunion.
I got the boat. Guy pulls up with like 18 Coors Lights. Where's the mozzarella? Oh, get on a boat, sweetie.
He's got a box of Keystone Light.
School is out. Get on my back. I'm going to pack you. Well, you're funny, Professor Slimowicz. So what do the professors do? Is it awkward? How old are the professors? I mean, you're a very pretty young girl.
It was a bunch of students who were like, 18 to 22 years old, and the professors were in their 40s. And then
you go.
That's unbelievable. That's unreal.
This trip, so it was through the University of Eastern Michigan. It wasn't through UMass, but the credits.
Did the sign-up sheet say guest list or wish list?
I
Yeah, so my measurements, okay, and
Did a fat chick ever win the contest and got on the boat?
emergency contact. You put none. You're gonna come on the boat. You out of your mind?
Why does the
Are
boat,
you listening to this?
Why does the boat have no windows?
Let's pretend that I'm a 45-year-old man. Okay. Who do you want to come? Do you have 18 to 20-year-old girls that are hot, skinny, and gymnasts? Yeah.
You're in the middle.
All right. Well, we're gonna go to Europe.
You're in the middle of nowhere. No other boat to be found.
Like Switzerland, where laws of America don't apply. Yeah.
What's that other boat coming towards us, Professor? That's the boat that's going to take me home.
Fucking kidding me?
But no, you had fun. You had fun, right?
It gets where I did.
Geno's
the
mad he was
same-
alone.
Oh,
I called everyone.
Professor, can you come?
Oh, hot chicks on a boat. All right.
If I bring a hot chick, can you come? Again, so how? That's.
it was so much fun, and then I did another one through Southeast Asia, which was the same thing with a bunch of students and 4
Wow.
professors.
So you saw the world, and when
Yeah.
did you become a comedian?
After I moved to New York, so after I did all of that, and then I finished college, I moved.
Well, you're
to New
you're
York.
young. How old are you? You can't be. If you don't mind answering, you don't have to. But you
No.
look,
Actually, that's
you
not
look
fair
very.
to how
I'm
much you weigh.
not.
You look very. No, but, well, she can't be embarrassed by those questions.
No, it's a joke. It's a hack joke.
I'm 34.
Yeah, you look very young.
Thank you.
You could pass for 25 years old. Easy.
Oh, I wish.
And
Thanks.
so, how long you been doing it for?
For about 10 years. So, and not until I moved to the city. So I was doing copyright editing when I moved here, and then I got a job at night working at Caroline's.
Oh, okay.
And then I became obsessed with comedy.
Right.
And then years later, I never thought I could do
It takes
it. And then
guts to
eventually
do
did.
that. I mean, especially for a woman. I say women in this business, they
When we
the sleaze bags you still have to deal with. Owners of comedy clubs. I'm like,
Yeah.
come on.
When
If the only people who died in 9/11 were owners of comedy clubs, I would have said, why go into Afghanistan?
when I
The
love
world is better.
This is a great story about Ryan. He's not here. When we first started doing comedy, I would take Ryan with me, and I'd pay him like $50, $100 every time we did a show.
Right.
But Ryan, he's such a good guy, and he always wants everyone to do the right thing. So I started taking Allie. It's like, you should take Allie. She's really funny. Blah, blah.
Right.
So I started taking her, and I said, next time you see Ryan, believe me, he's going to ask you if I paid you, and I want you to say to Ryan, just say, yeah, same thing. He pays you $400. And she calls her, and she's like,
lost his
oh, he
mind.
lost his mind. It was great.
Do you make a living doing it? Is it your only job now?
Well, yeah. I mean, I was writing for AOL when I moved back to the city, so I've done a bunch of writing jobs as well, but I just quit that job. So I'm on the road a lot right now.
Good for you. And you do an hour? You have an hour of stuff for your
I
company?
have an hour that I'm not in love with. I have 45 that I'm
So you
pretty
could headline
happy
at a
with.
club. And
Yeah, I've been headlining some super, B, D, I would
hey,
say,
look,
clubs.
it's still hell. That's great. That's
Yeah.
great.
And then I did a lot of
you know.
featuring for years, so it's great. It's fun.
She's toured with Geno Biscondi. It's a big part of her.
It's a big part of my history in
Yeah.
comedy.
What are you gonna do? It's the life.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love it.
What about L.A.? Did you ever come across your mind to go to L.A.? Of course
I
it's L.A.
did. So I lived in LA for a little while.
Oh, you
and,
did? All right.
Yeah.
You still have a place. Sorry, Dan.
I do. I still have a place there, and I just rent it out at the moment. But I was in LA for a while. I loved it, and I ended up I went to Montreal from being in LA, and I got
Right.
a manager and all that stuff. And then I think I made the biggest mistake of just thinking things
The
were going
Artie
to start
Lang show.
working easier. I just thought I was like, oh, now things will happen for me. I don't have to work as hard. I have a manager and I have this stuff. And
Oh, God, yeah.
exactly.
Gotta work extra hard.
Yeah, you got to work extra hard.
Gotta
So I
make
got-
money for him.
Yeah. The manager thing is weird.
Oh, it's the worst. It
Very
never.
weird.
It didn't make any difference. So, anyways, I just ended up getting a job back in New York and moving back here.
Yeah. I mean, again, you gotta be so passionate about wanting to do it. I mean, but it beats working for a living. It does.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like you said, I remember, Geno, you said that when we were in Detroit the night before I went to the hospital in Detroit for 9 days.
Sorry, I missed.
No, but you were saying, do you get a chance to travel? Like you pointed out, I always remember you said this. It was me, you, and Timmy downstairs at that Royal Oak Theater. You were like, you feel like we've been all over the place, but have you traveled? Like, this isn't traveling what we're doing.
No.
You're right. And I've been to every major city in North
Yeah.
America and a lot in Europe, all for work. And, you don't really, I know what the Radisson looks like in certain cities.
We know and when people say, hey, you live in New York, where's a great place to go? I always say, I can tell you a bar and a place to get tacos near every comedy club, but I can't tell you a
the cities-
fun place to hang out. I suck.
The cities
Yeah.
I got to know were San Francisco. I got to know because I was there for an extended amount of time doing something else. But You want to know San Francisco. It's like when you get in Cleveland, you're like, oh, no, I'm looking around. You know, nothing against Cleveland. They're great people, but, you know, San Francisco, you want to go over the bridge and see that shit.
Yeah.
So I actually get up and I'm a little gung-ho. I go, all right, there's a skip in my step. They wanted to do a reality show about me on the road when I was on Stern, like A&E came through. He said, oh, it'll be fun. You know, I go, it's going to be boring. Why? Because we're going to be in St. Louis. You're going to come to my room and go with a camera. I'm going to go, what are you going to do today? I'm going to sleep till 8.
Yeah.
And then at 8:15, I'll go down to the gig, do an hour like a robot,
Yeah.
then maybe drive home. Drunk.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not do you get the thing of you want to see a city, like you go and you want to?
No, I mean, I think maybe at first, but then I also used to get the thing where there's so much time on the road where I was like, oh, I'm going to be so productive. I'm going to send all these emails and write all these jokes. And then I would, stay up all night and then sleep until.
The Saturday afternoon on the road where you have nothing to do, you got to kill time until. Oh.
Well, I got so used to staying up all night Friday just watching TV. I would just watch movies all night, go sleep at 7 a.m.
Yeah,
and then sleep all day.
I remember one time in Pittsburgh, I slept till 7:45, and I woke up and I thought it was a.m. I said, fuck, it was p.m. I was like, oh, this is great.
Only a comic would think like that.
I slept through the Saturday in Pittsburgh.
Oh.
I was asleep. I called people. I said, guess what I did today? What? I slept.
Yeah. I've said that. That's the thing about comics. It's like if you don't have a gig Friday, I'll be bragging. What'd you do Friday? I didn't have a gig. I was in bed by 11:45.
Yeah.
It's like I was in bed before midnight. Because otherwise you're out till 4 a.m.
Yeah, no, the old days. I made a lot of bad decisions.
As opposed to now. Now all these wonderful.
What am I not going to go to the ecstasy party the Tempe, Arizona waitresses are having?
Last Cafe.
That's what chick said to me once. She was about like an 11 at the Tempe Improv in Arizona. She said, a bunch of us girls, we have a jacuzzi. We're going to have an ecstasy party. That's what she said to me out loud.
Wow.
She said, you want to come? I said, I don't understand the question.
I can't wrap my brain around that.
Right, that's what I mean. The road is great for guys. I
Well,
feel like.
sometimes.
Sometimes,
but then you go to that party and it turns out it's them and their 8 boyfriends who like the Stern Show want to ask me about Beetlejuice. I go, where are the girls? Are they going to get in the jacuzzi? Tampa's a weird city. Tampa's filled with people who have money and you're not sure why. They wear flip-flops to the show, and they all want you to come to their jacuzzi. They all have jacuzzis. Who's in the jacuzzi? Me. Debbie. Okay, that's good. My neighbor Ed. Can Ed get out of that equation? And you.
And you. And leave Debbie.
Hello? Ma?
No, I didn't see it. I can't see it.
I'm sorry, buddy. Send a good Chargers phone. I've never seen you take a genuine call on that phone. You always have look, right now you have doesn't say how many messages.
No, I don't answer it a lot.
50. You have 15 messages.
Were you afraid of it going to the message? You didn't.
You want to see what they are? To be fun.
Yeah,
I haven't checked that in a year.
Do it. Oh, this is great. All right, now we got a game. What's
How
the
do you
line
check
from
the
Deer?
message?
How do you check it? You
press
hit play.
And then hitting play again.
You have 14 new messages. Friday, 4:00 p.m.
Hey, returning a call. This number.
Vinny Brand.
Ugh.
Friday.
How's his daughter?
9:30 p.m.
Sorry.
Who's that? That's Vinny again. Who the fuck is this? How do I fast forward?
Just hit delete.
Delete? Where the fuck is delete? All right.
Message deleted. Tuesday, 11.
Ask Vinny if I can feature.
It's Vinny again.
Message deleted. Saturday, 1:26 p.m.
Yo, hi, this is Chris. Call me back.
Cotton.
Message deleted. Sunday.
He has your landline.
p.m.
Yeah, how does Chris have the whole line?
Who is that?
Oh, that's my coke dealer.
Monday, 1:28 a.m.
This final message is for
Rhonda, Holmes West.
No, somebody has the wrong number.
Message deleted.
Who's this Rhonda
Monday,
chick?
2:38 p.m.
What?
Tuesday, 12:11 p.m.
This guy's the only guy I can understand.
It's Rick. Give me a buzz. 646-395.
Rick Dorfman.
9999.
Dorfman. Wow.
Deleted. Wednesday, 10.
What an unimpressive
16
answering
a.m.
machine thing.
This call is from a debt collector. Please call 855.
That's the fucking
It's for Elsa.
Spanish chick.
Message deleted.
Boy, this chick that has your number is in debt.
3 a.m. Yeah, this is Sam McGuire. Thursday, 2.
Boy, you didn't care for that, dude.
This message is for Artie Lang. Artie, this is Sam in David Salzman's office.
Oh, I gotta plug that shit. That's the Mad TV things tonight.
Artie, it's Rick. Sorry I missed you last night. Give me a buzz. I am at the office.
You get the fucking message?
Message deleted. Friday, 4:02 p.m.
Hey, Artie, Vinny Brand. I was wondering if you're...
Message deleted. Sunday, 10:08 a.m. This message is for Rhonda Holmes West.
Who is that, Dan?
It was the person who had the number before you.
Message deleted.
Fucking Rhonda.
Messages.
Sounds like she's struggling.
I was hoping there was going to be one of me just drunk. Like, Artie, I love you.
She has a lot of medical bills, Rhonda.
Jeez.
She does.
I might have told you the story. This answering machine, you know, when people leave the answering the message, you can hear it all over the place. And I was starting to see this girl that I really was in love with, and I was trying to get her to, you know, go to the next level, which is, you know, teach me how to do sit-ups. Move a blender in here. And I'm laying on the bed right there on the couch with her, and we're trying to be romantic. This stripper that I was seeing in Philly, I met her at Cheerleaders, strip club in Philadelphia. I'm cuddling with the girl. We're trying to be like, you know, nice. I'm telling her I go to church and everything. Phone rings. That comes on. The stripper. Loud as hell. Artie, it's, we'll call her Elise. Artie, it's Elise. I just fucked Kid Rock and he says he knows you. My hand to God.
You're like, that's awesome.
My
Well, the
hand to
Kid Rock
God.
part.
My hand to God. That's what she said. Can I come over? Click. Then the girl asked me to go to the airport.
Oh my God.
No, she just giggled. She looked at me. She goes, "You're ridiculous." I just fucked Kid Rock and he says he knows you.
Wow.
You should have looked at her and been like, impressed?
Yeah.
No.
I guess Kid Rock goes for low-hanging fruit. That you know the difference in the world? That's like a big feather in my cap. For Kid Rock, it's really depressing.
That's his bottom. That's his bottom.
You fucked Artie Lang? Yeah, so I got some Spanish chick ran up fucking bills on a dialysis machine.
So what do we left? But see, it's a good thing we did it because now you can plug your Mad TV. Not that you would have forgotten, but I would have.
The 20th anniversary of Mad TV is tonight, and I'm on the show. And, you know, I was on the first 2 years. And they're showing my sketch. The sketch was like a recurring thing.
I like the Little League bookie sketch.
Yeah.
You did. Somebody, I didn't know it until someone tweeted it. He's a bookie at a Little League game.
I wrote that.
Nice.
Yeah, you would get money if you were a cast member and you wrote something verbatim. You had to write it verbatim. Otherwise, you know, you couldn't get money. So I got a writer's credit on a few of those. Yeah, that was fun. I get to scream at. We got actual Little League kids, you know.
You're screaming
I
at a
was
kid.
screaming at them. I told a kid to make me an antipasto. Instead of paying me, make me an antipasto. Rattled off all these Italian cold cuts. Those kids are probably 30 years old now. Jesus. They were little asshole kids, man.
Gainfully employed.
Really brat kids.
Was it fun to do the reunion?
No. I did it here. I couldn't go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had to tape something here. Oh, you know what? We did that. You're getting paid for that, you know.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
But yeah,
That's why we call you meal ticket.
I don't know if you're in the final cut, but you're getting paid for it. And yeah, you know, I was supposed to go, and then I had to do something here that trumped it. I did this HBO thing that I actually couldn't go for, but I was gonna go, and it was 20 years. The show was on 14 years.
Yeah.
It was fun to do. You know, sketch comedy is a young man's game. You're like, do you want to put prosthetics on to be, Ed McMahon? No, if I'm 28, maybe. Not now. But, yeah, so I'll get paid for that, I guess. Sweet. I'm going to buy a cover for my Camaro. A bra. Did you have a Camaro, Geno?
No.
An IROC Z28?
No, I grew up on a farm. I got a hand-me-down truck And then I just started.
How'd you get so smart with business if you grew up on a farm?
Because it's amazing how when you hang out with like the older people in your family, like Aunt Olga tells me stuff that seems so obvious when she says it now, but I was a kid so I didn't realize. It's like my mother, because my mother grew up on a farm too, and she's like, both Aunt Olga and Mom are like, Aunt Olga's like a little older, her kids are older, and her kids worked on the farm, and my mother was like, my boys are not going to be farmers, because my mother married another farmer. That's why they.
That's hard work, man.
And August,
that's fucking work.
We worked on the farm. We thinned squash. But I realize now.
Oh, that's work.
And
Holy
August said
shit.
that's why your mother sent you and your brother to that prep school, because if you'd gone to Vineland High, you would have hung out with all the kids your age that were farmers and stuff, and you would have just stayed here. That's why.
Did you guys have animals, or was it just like a?
No, it was just
vegetables.
It was I remember we would grow squash. We'd thin squash. We'd plant tomatoes. We had eggplants. We had. We had Jerusalem artichokes, and me and my brother. It
does, yeah.
But we grew up on it. We had a huge field. Me and my brother had a huge backyard that we played baseball in. We had all the kids from the neighborhood. I grew up in a Norman Rockwell painting. I had a very amazing childhood.
My grandmother would make me this huge breakfast on a Sunday, like pancakes and bacon and stuff. And
Grandma Caprio.
And then I'd be like, what are you doing? I'm putting a bunch of weight on. She goes, that's a farmer's breakfast. Farmers don't gain weight. I'm like, yeah, because they farm.
Yeah.
They eat that breakfast. They farm for 14 hours. They don't sit on this couch and watch the Jet game.
So do you understand farmersonly.com? Do farmers
No,
want to meet farmers?
Those are creepy. Those are just creepy ads.
That sounds creepy.
It does, really creepy.
City folk just don't get it. But yeah, I know.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, there's no getting up at I'll be in at 10 a.m. You gotta get up at 6.
But we did farm stuff, but we didn't. Like my Aunt Olga's kids, who are like a generation older, they're like 50. They worked on that farm.
The kids who left home years ago and you sleep in their room now.
Yes, those.
The kids who went on to success.
But Aunt Olga said it's like you didn't hang out with any kids from Vineland. You hung out with kids from all over that, and you wound up, getting good grades, and then you had to go to college somewhere. And did I go to Villanova? Aunt Olga, let me tell you something about that school, Eugene.
How would your life be different if you went to Villanova?
I don't think it would be.
You probably would have fixed the basketball.
This is the point I left out when I said communications. I think you find your way into what you're supposed to do no matter what.
You left something out and you wanted to be in communications?
Because I wanted.
This is the point I left out when I said I want to communicate.
I hate you. I
Clearly,
hate you.
You didn't go into communications.
Walked into a door. But the thing is,
I left this out.
I went into business because Mom's like, "You're not going to communications. What happened?" All the people I hung out in Delaware were like, "You're funny." I started dating a girl that got me on my first show, and you wind up back there anyway. So
I always said that. Every comedian says that about you. You're Delaware funny.
Shows what you know, pal.
Kidding.
I know. I love that.
A few guys.
So it wasn't all of them. Just a few. Because I will fuck.
Just the booking agent.
This is so great. But I honestly believe I would. You're going to wind up where you belong. And even if I'd gone to Nova,
would you go back to college if you had to do it over again, or just start doing comedy immediately?
I would. No. I did college. Cheer up. Look at Dan. He loves us. He would. He's dying. It's adorable. He's the best. I would have.
He's the best.
Come on. He's having fun. I would have done this. I would have definitely gone to college because the people I met in college shaped. I'm closer friends with all my friends from college than any of the kids I went to high school with.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
And it was great. Like that was.
But
you don't love how much he's enjoying this.
You were friends with. What happened to the number one kid who went to Villanova?
I have no idea. Yeah. I'm sure he has a job and a family and goals, and he's normal.
He
was a great
CFO
kid.
of Microsoft.
He was a great kid. Mark Muller.
Mark Muller?
Mark Muller.
The Mark Muller?
What?
The guy who created the Family Guy?
But Aunt Olga, he says, this Muller boy.
Well, she's mad. She's mad at you. I mean, if it wasn't for the Muller boy, you'd be out of her house.
Wait, do you know when you're at school, like do you know what your ranking is, or you don't know until the end of the year?
I didn't pay attention.
Are you able to manipulate that?
I have no idea, but
I was the only white kid lower than 450. Terrible. I wish I was lying. I'm not being racist. I'm telling the fucking truth.
Where'd you grow up, Artie?
Union, New Jersey. 3 miles that way.
Oh, all right.
Union, New Jersey. And then I lived in L.A. for 6 years, from 95 to 01.
Okay.
Just as I was getting used to it, I came back here. But by the end, it was easier because again, you know people. All it matters if you get friends. If you have a clique, you could deal with it.
Yeah.
Did you have a lot of friends out there? Did you play the clubs out there, like Laugh Factory and stuff? Did you get spots there?
Yeah, I mean,
because it's a different world.
It's
man.
a different world.
Yeah.
It was, yeah. I eventually played all the clubs, but very rarely.
Right.
I'd get 1 or 2 spots a month, if that. And I started doing the road a lot when I was in LA, because that was the best way to get.
Well, yeah, that's
stage
the
time.
only way, because in New York you do 5 clubs, you can't do that there.
You can't do that there.
Yeah.
So on the weekdays, you can do, like a shitty bar show and like a club set,
Right.
maybe. And then the weekends, like Thursday through Sunday, I'd be on the road.
There was that place, Dublin's, on Sunset
That wasn't
Boulevard.
there when I was there.
Yeah, it was before your time.
It's legendary.
Tuesday nights was the night they did comedy, and that was Dane Cook's room. Before he got big, that was his fucking room, and you couldn't follow him. So of course I wanted to follow him. I had like a chip on my shoulder. It was like '99. I was doing the sitcom with Norma, so I'll follow Dane. So he was becoming like a thing there. In Sync came to see Dane Cook.
Oh,
that
wow.
night, okay, they were at a booth. In Sync, Justin Timberlake, they were all there. This was before they were, By the way, I swear to God, I've said this before. I was on the road. I'm watching the Tonight Show one night, and I see a group, a boy band singing, and I go, "These guys are out of sync." I swear to God, I said. I swear to God, I said that. I said they're like, singing, and the one kid, Joey Fatone, like Mr. Thing. Out loud, I said these guys are out of sync, and then Jalen goes, "In sync." And I said, if you name yourself that, you better fucking live it. That's fucking, that's fucking a lot of pressure, and they blew it. And then that fat guy fucked him. That guy.
Oh yeah.
The guy was in the joint, right?
I think literally tried to too, wasn't he?
No, I
guy?
wouldn't
He was
doubt
like
that.
No.
I think
He had a
that's what I
boat.
meant.
He had a boat.
Oh, I thought you meant Adam.
No, that's what I
thought
mean.
you meant actually.
He didn't break the law like Chris said. Bill Cosby didn't break. But I couldn't believe it. So Dane Cook goes up, and I'm following him. Okay, he ends with crushing. He ends with taking his shirt off, and he does the dinosaur thing. His shirt is off, and he's doing a dinosaur. Look at pterodactyl.
It's important to have
And
your
I'm
shirt
thinking,
off.
I'm looking up the bit where I ask if anyone has a DVD player. Like pterodactyl, loud stuff. People, the In Sync is laughing like crazy. And then he goes, "Good night." MC says, "Ladies and gentlemen, Artie Lang." Doesn't even like any, because the place is going crazy. It's like a riot. So I try to make my way through the riot. It was like when the Yankees won the series in '77 again. Everybody charged the field. I couldn't get to the fucking stage. People were going crazy. Dane Cook slowly goes to the In Sync's table. No one's looking at the stage. I'm on stage talking. Everyone's watching Dane Cook go to In Sync. And they start doing a photo shoot. So now I'm competing.
This is your Ed Sullivan after the Beatles thing,
I'm
basically.
competing with Dane Cook doing a photo shoot with In Sync. Like, I come back and no one listened to me for 10 minutes and I got off stage. It was really. I said to the guy, I said, "Listen, I didn't get a chance. You can't count that."
Yeah,
no
that's
one was
rude.
listening to me.
How does Dane Cook not think of not doing? That's just rude on his part.
Oh, he didn't care. He wanted to kill in front of, he wanted to kill in front of. I said, he does the dinosaur bit?
But
I
then
think
just
leave
going
his
and
shirt
having
on.
a photo shoot while you're on stage is the rude part. Like that's.
I just think, again, it was one of those shows I just didn't care.
Right.
He just had no care. Like I didn't exist.
Ugh.
And we all do that. I got him back, though. I recommended his brother-in-law as a financial planner for him.
Such a dick.
I got a guy.
LA can be crazy though, because there was one little bar that did a shitty show in Malibu that I would do every week, and I remember you were talking about Kid Rock.
Yeah.
One day I went up there.
Well,
it
I
was like
wasn't.
after
Elise
surfing.
was. I was.
Yeah, exactly. After surfing, I went to this shitty bar show. There's like 5 people in the crowd, and then Kid Rock walks in
Yeah, of
with
course.
Pam Anderson, and then Barry Katz walked in.
Boy, there's a come down in the looks department.
Pamela.
But it was one of those things where I was like, all right, this doesn't happen in New York.
It's like
You don't go
different
to a shitty bar
species.
show.
Different species. Well, Pam Anderson and Barry Katz is like, whoa. It's like an evolution documentary. There's God when he wasn't drunk.
Yes.
There's God when he wasn't. So what happened?
No, it was just at the end of the show, everyone hung out and like talked, and it turned into a cool show. But here you do a shitty bar show; it's a shitty bar show.
Right.
In LA, you do a shitty bar show, and there's like Mel Gibson shows. I mean, because in Malibu, I
Here
guess
you do a
there's
shitty
limited
bar
amount of
show, and I'm
things.
closing it.
Imagine Mel Gibson. He knew that cop was a Jew. Imagine, that's his heckle. A comedian's bombing. Are you a Jew? Yeah. The Holocaust was only 2 million.
God.
His heckle is denying the Holocaust. Yeah, well, LA is a different breed. But you surfed and everything. You really embraced it, though.
Yeah, I got into the lifestyle out there. It was fun, but I got really lazy with comedy, so it was really good.
Oh,
Coming
yeah,
back
surfing.
here.
And not a lot of, Richard Pryor wasn't surfing.
You're not gonna do a lot of networking out there.
Yeah, you didn't hear Richard Pryor go, "I'm surfing today, man."
I still have to. That week, That week you were nice enough. You brought me to open for you at Nokia. You know when Stuttering John ate it. I stayed at her.
Was that one of the days I wasn't supporting you?
There's never been a day.
Fucking asshole.
Like I wake up and there's a note from her because I'm on her couch. She's like, I went surfing. I'm like, who the fuck gets up at 7 a.m.?
A winner.
Yeah, you're right. I'm like, she's surfing at 7 a.m.
Yeah, that's why.
Like I'm sobering up. It's noon.
What about relationships? How has it affected your life? Because it's hard. The worst thing ever. Like, have you ever, keep a boyfriend? And
Who are some of your boyfriends in comedy, Allie?
Is it all comedians?
No, I've dated some comics, and
in general though, is it because that's what for me that's.
No,
I've lived with 3 different women in this apartment, and they've all left and they clean it out as if the Grinch came through here.
Yeah,
it's hard because you're always
really
on the
hard. Well, I probably. Yeah, for you, is there a lot of jealousy? Are they completely?
Well, no, it's yeah. Well, there's that, and then there's heroin addiction. No, yeah, but yeah, no, there's some of that. You know what they're jealous of a lot of times though is the career, not another person. Like a lot of them think like
you're putting comedy first,
or they're like. They're actually jealous that I'm sort of succeeding in something that was a dream of mine, and they don't have that in their life. And I said, well, look, I wanted to be Jim Carrey. I'm not exactly living. I landed here, and I'm happy about it. I could spin it in my head to where everything's fine.
Right.
But what do you want to do? It's not my fault. What is your dream? Like I had a dream. What is yours? And they can't put their finger on it ever. Then I'm like, well, now we're in a conversation where I don't know what to tell you. you know?
Yeah.
And then
and they can't answer because you've put your finger on their trachea.
Yeah, right, exactly. So I mean, but I always wondered for a woman comic, it was the same thing on your side of like, is it jealousy of the career, the that you're doing something you like? Because people, if they're in a miserable job, they get mad at that.
Yeah.
That you had the balls to do something that you like,
I think it's all of that stuff. Like the guys who I've dated who are regular jobs just think it's kind of cute what I do. It's not,
right.
It's one of those.
Which isn't condescending at all.
Exactly.
Oh, did you tell your jokes tonight, sweetheart?
That's the difference. That's the
exactly.
difference. You're right. That's the double standard. It's like, yeah,
Did you
women
do your
get
cute little skits?
with a guy. It's like the chicks that go, oh, it's really cool. With you, it's like because a guy wants to think like a guy. I don't care, how effeminate this country wants to fucking get with the androgyny of fucking Ryan Seacrest. Because that's what a man is. Today's Clint Eastwood is Neil Patrick Harris. You don't think we're fucking raising a bunch of feminine people. But, I think a man always is upset if a woman does something more interesting than them or makes more money, and they want to do that. Like, they're patronizing. Like, it's cute because they don't want to say, hey, it's great what you're doing. Because they're a man. It's emasculating.
Yeah, and it also implies that it's like a stage. Like, oh, you'll get over this and settle down at some point.
Right, that's the other thing. That's
Get
true.
it out of your system.
It's a control thing. Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's all that. And then when I've dated comics, it depends. Like,
how many of you dated? Just one, I thought.
2. I dated one in LA and one here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
But
famous guys.
And then one actor who actually. That was my most recent boyfriend.
Were they known guys, the comics? Were they known people?
No. One.
Two absolute fucking nobodies.
That's the problem.
Two absolute nobodies. In fact, I knew one of them. Just total douche.
They're both funny comics, but they're not known. One of them was Brian. Brian and I dated for a long time.
Oh, okay.
I know. But I
didn't realize the dynamic that was going on here.
But it's so funny. He's one of my best friends. Like we
I
dated
didn't know
a
that.
long time ago, a really long time ago, and he's one of my best
How
friends.
long ago?
I wasn't going to tell you. I thought if she wanted to. Even the story I said about Ryan, I didn't bring that
Well,
up.
neither one of you said anything.
Yeah, no, well, because it's not weird, but it always feels like it should be weird when I say that. It's like, oh, that just got. But no, we dated for a long time, like almost 6 years.
Oh my God.
Way, way back when I first started comedy.
But how back you guys are? Way back? How back could it be? It's like, he's trying to make it sound like it was 20s in Paris with Hemingway.
Way back.
Yeah, how long?
Bombshell tonight.
That actually, like, I could date another comic works well because your schedules are in sync. He's a little more intense with like, if I was doing better than him, I don't think it would have worked very well. But
a lot of guys
I can't help but notice you broke up.
We want to admit that. But it's true too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's definitely, I think, tough if. Yeah, comics are dating if one's doing better than the other.
Absolutely. Unless, well, I guess guys get to a certain point where you're like, I'll be by the pool. I don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
The red carpet thing's crazy, though, when you see, like, the guy holding a purse. And that fag fat kid goes, who's this guy? Who's this fella? That's my opener.
That actually has to be a weird dynamic too when people date and one opens for the other.
Oh, how does that happen? How
Doesn't
does that
Natasha
fucking-
Leggero and that guy and that
Oh, is she still dating him?
I thought they were engaged.
They're getting married.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And doesn't
Does
he open for-
her? Yeah, he did.
The little kid, he's a nice guy.
He is.
Yeah, but doesn't he open for her? Like that's exactly the first thing I thought of when you brought that up.
Well, I don't know. They did my old direct TV show, and they said they toured together. And they made it sound like they were on stage together. So you're like Laurel and Hardy.
She's being nice.
Well, okay, now
I would imagine. I don't know anything. I'm just guessing.
But no, they're getting married because I saw them up in Montreal, and they were planning their wedding.
Oh wow! I
And
didn't know
they're
that.
a great couple, from what I heard.
I don't know. Yeah, a guy can't deal with that. But I like that guy. He seems like a real nice guy. But he's as close as you could get to being a woman. That's what he's very.
He is very feminine.
He's
very
what my cousin.
hipster.
He's what my cousin Tony would call flimsy.
That might be the greatest word ever. Flimsy. I fucking love that word.
And yeah,
He's what my cousin Tony would call flimsy.
Like if there was a kid in woodshop who was feminine. Yeah, that kid's kind of flimsy. They would lock him in the staying room.
I've had a lot of too in relationships. Do you have to be going on the road all the time where people don't understand?
What are you
gonna
do?
You
Yeah.
have to. Yeah.
If you want to keep, playing video games all day, yeah. What about that? Have you ever paid the rent for a guy and totally paid the rent for someone?
I've never totally, but I've been
You're the breadwinner.
more financially.
Well, she owns like
supportive.
9 apartments or something. She's like one of those responsible people that just knows how to live like a grown up. Like you still have you own the place in LA, right?
And, yeah.
She's like embarrassed. Yeah, I do. That's amazing.
Well, listen, I guess. It's
And you own a place here in New York too, right?
Yeah.
I feel like
have
I'm interrogating you right now. I'm sorry.
Do you have a hanger of Porsches like Jerry Seinfeld?
Yeah, I do. I'm very successful.
She has a hanger from her first abortion, don't you?
Oh God.
Oh, Geno.
Why would you keep the hanger?
Why would you keep that?
Yeah, why would you keep it?
You're right. I apologize.
Let's punch that up.
Call her ex-boyfriend back to punch it up for him.
Nice. You're welcome anytime, Allie. Come on in whenever you want.
Thank you so
thanks for coming
much.
by.
She's
very awkward show today.
I thought it was one of the best ones ever. Honest to God.
Very
I can say that because only 3 people are still listening.
You
but
and Chris almost had nervous breakdown.
Yeah, that was a fight. That was a real fight.
And no one understands the Chris Carr story. I'm sorry, and no one was helping me. Everyone was staying quiet, like I was the idiot.
Chris Carr?
No, Chris's car story.
Oh, Chris! I'm so sorry. Yeah,
I'm going there. You went through the tunnel by mistake, and everyone's just sitting there. I'm the dick here.
You're a bully. You're just a bully to
You
poor
know, decides
Chris.
to shut up when that happens. Where are your fucking jokes then?
Same place there at the beginning.
Got
Nowhere.
No fucking gags about a black kid going through a tunnel by accident.
I kept
You know
saying
why you
Allie,
don't? You know why you don't? Because no one will believe it. The premise is too unbelievable. You know that bit you do about the kid going through the tunnel? It's not funny because it would never happen.
It never happened.
It happened. And then you call Keith Robinson. What?
Yeah, that was the oddest part of the story.
Yeah,
I love how Artie. I caught the subtle joke. The comedian Keith Robinson.
Yeah.
Like you must know another Keith Robinson because the one we know would never care or show up.
Would you fucking go in the phone book and look under the I don't give a shits? What? Yeah, what's happening? You bleeding? And again, he went through the tunnel, and I was the asshole for saying, "Why didn't you come back here?" And then he said, "Because of money." And that's when I said, "Okay, we're in a very weird conversation here. If I continue this, one of us will die." Money was the reason he couldn't come back. What?
Yeah, that part made no sense.
Then we went into him saying Bill Cosby didn't break the law because apparently it's not against the law.
If she doesn't,
to drug a woman and fuck her.
If she doesn't twitch, you must acquit.
No, exactly. So yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. He's starting to lose it.
Riding race, huh?
But what are you going to plug? Anything? Plug something.
Sure. I'm at the Pachanga Casino this weekend.
You're going back?
Yeah.
That's near San Diego, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That
In LA, I'll
sounds
be out
nice.
west this weekend.
That sounds nice, San Diego.
Yeah.
Pachanga Casino, and what's your Twitter? You do Twitter and all that
Twitter's Breen.
It's the worst Twitter name ever. Listen.
What is it?
It's Breen Screen. my last name.
You know, the worst
Screen,
Twitter
it's
name
just-
ever is at Geno Pisconti.
Yeah, I was about to say, if I said my Twitter name is Gene Screen, you would belittle me,
actually-
but Allie's funny and attractive and nice, so she gets no crap.
But you're a hot chick.
Yeah, Green Screen.
Okay, that's good. Well, okay, and we'll look
then
through. And
remember-
again, come back anytime you're in town. And,
Thank you so much,
Nice to
Artie.
have you here, Allie. Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry about all the craziness.
It was
Geno,
fun.
what do
And
you
I
have?
really do want to plug that benefit that roommate number one, Kevin Dabrowski, is doing. If you're around this Sunday, I'm at the Broadway Comedy Club in New York. It's for leukemia.
Roommate number who? You Charlie Chan?
No, but we always call Kevin.
Roommate number one.
I hate you.
Number one roommate. Number one roommate have a benefit.
All right, we're done. You're
What's the benefit for?
Leukemia.
Yeah, right. If leukemia sees an ounce of that. Is that the name of your landlord, leukemia?
I'm not talking. That's fucking. I'm not talking. Let me tell you, you're a little flimsy, Lang.
Yeah, it's for Lou. Leukemia.
We gotta pay leukemia.
Anybody named Chemia? Leukemia? Anybody here, you motherfucker? Come down here. I'll
So
fucking
please
cut,
come
I'll
out.
cut your belly open.
Because leukemia doesn't quit.
Anybody named Rooney? Pepperoni? I'll cut your belly open.
This leukemia is gonna kill me if we
Yeah.
don't raise enough money.
Leukemia. Whatever.
That's fucking great.
All you kids with leukemia, fucking don't fret. The
come to the
begins.
Broadway.
Countdown begins.
That's fucking hilarious.
Broadway Comedy Club is going to send you a check.
I hate you.
A picture of Geno on a mechanical bull. I have okay, so this is the official plug here. Mad TV 20th Anniversary Reunion. A showcase that features signature parodies. Returning cast members include Ike Barinholtz, Alex Borstein, Mo Collins, Krista Flanagan, Angela, Nicole, Nicole Parker? Okay. Nicole Sullivan. I was on with her. I don't know. Artie Lang and Bobby Lee.
Woohoo!
So, yeah. And that's tonight. Not really. It's a fun thing to be involved with. What's that, Dan? What is that?
Caroline's on Friday.
Oh. Well, you're going to start doing this? Or remind me? This is the first time this ever happened. You never do this.
It just seems like
Does
such
he ever
a good.
do this?
He does. It's such a sharp show
Is it
that.
because there's a good-looking girl here? I'm producer. I wear a lot of hats. Anyway, Allie, I heard you say you were single. I wear a lot of hats. I'm fine with the road.
You talk to Ryan and Geno, I definitely have a shot.
Fine with the road. You might make a little more than me. It's fine. Producer wears a lot of hats. I as you see, I do the mics. If Artie has a plug, I'll show it to him. That's why I have a phone and a computer. Artie's very busy. San Diego's fine. I'll get, if you want, I'll have just adjoining rooms first.
But I won't lock my side of the door.
Listen, surfing is not something I can get into it. I can learn. Anyway, I can wake you up early for surfing. I'm at Caroline. Caroline's Comedy Club. I don't even know what my bio is. That bio must be so... Oh, God. An electric performer. Yeah, I'm at Caroline's this Friday, right? Yes. 2 shows. I'm at Caroline's. And what else? There's something else happening. You know what I'm doing? I'm doing Mark Maron. I'm playing.
That's great. You're going out there, or he's in town?
I'm playing myself on Mark Maron.
Oh, the show, the IFC.
The TV show. Yeah.
I love that show. I know. I've watched that show on Netflix.
I know you said that. Yeah.
And every time I just binge watch it, but I laugh out loud.
Nice.
At least once every episode. I really do. I really get a kick out of that. And I don't listen to the podcast because I find a podcast that long daunting. Like I'm too lazy and ADD. But every time I watch a show, I fucking think it's hilarious. I really do. Yeah. That's awesome, dude.
I might do the podcast too. Should I mention the leukemia thing?
I'll call my landlord. I mean, it's a benefit.
And I'm at the Borgata in a couple. I gotta get the date.
Yeah, let me know. I'll make sure I'm open.
You want to do that? You want to do the Borgata with me again?
I'd love to do the Borgata with you again.
Behave yourself. No, you seriously.
People don't want us to behave ourselves.
I'll give it to you. You want the Borgata?
I'd love to do it. We'll bring Allie. It'll be a party.
It's this, what's the night? What's the leukemia night?
It's this Sunday the 7th.
Damn it!
How great would that be? I'd be like, I can't do the benefit, Kevin. What? Yeah, me and Artie are gonna go. I'm gonna go get hookers.
I'm
one fucked Chris Rock. Kid Rock.
I'm doing a benefit for Lou Petroselli on it.
Leukemia.
No, I'm doing a benefit for Eddie Chemia, his cousin. Eddie Chemia.
This leukemia is threatening to kill me.
Terrible joke. in March sometime, okay?
Yeah, definitely.
So
Thanks so much.
Tell LOL now.
No,
And,
I'm going to take my chances.
Thanks to Chris Cotton, who's probably in the tunnel right now.
He looked very healthy. He looked better than I'd ever seen him in my life, health-wise. He really did.
Well, he's now, so yeah, but you lost a lot of weight, but maybe that's for a bad thing now. I don't know.
You're so optimistic.
I don't know. I just don't know. None of us can know.
Okay.
Yeah, he might be. He's going over the Walt Whitman Bridge by mistake. Sort of creeps up on you. And of course, Ryan Reese, and he's always in the cellar. And that's it. So tune in tomorrow. What tomorrow? What's going on the show?
I don't know.
You just ruined the whole thing.
But he's a producer. Impress Allie with who's on tomorrow.
You should have made something up, and now you ruined it for him. How about? Isn't it your job to know who's on the show the next day?
He can book
Well, yeah,
it
but
in
I was
3
busy
minutes.
with the plugs.
He can book it in 3 minutes.
I can't multitask. Is there a chance you're going to lose your job because I don't want to have another guy on the couch? Allie, I promise I will not stay. I will hold my own weight. Separate bank accounts at first. Dan is my name. I think Cosby was guilty. I totally do. I don't agree with the blacks. Good show tonight, guys.
Great time.
The Artie Lang Uncensored Podcast.
Bill Clinton was impeached for getting his dick sucked.
You ask anyone in the comedy